I'm Christian Arcan. The Red Sox have played 8 series since the All-Star break. 6 of them have been against playoff teams in both the American and the National League, and 2 of them have been against the Houston Astros. The first series went great. Red Sox swept them out of Fenway 2 weeks ago. This time around, though, the sailing not quite as smooth. A rare Garrett Crochet loss followed by a 14-1 blowout win had the Red Sox staring down another rubber match, this time with Walker Buehler on the hill opposite the very tough Hunter Brown. One thing Buehler has struggled with all year is the first inning, and unfortunately on Wednesday night it was an extension of that after Brown got the Sox 1-2-3 in the first. Houston leadoff man Jeremy Pena greeted Buehler. Oh, I guess I didn't have it. Oh, there it is.
Drilled deep to left field. Way back, and it's gone. Pena leadoff homer. And it's 1-0 Houston.
Well, we just mentioned it. Being able to stay ahead in pitchers' counts. Limiting the damage, the hard contact, and commanding his pitches. That pitch is supposed to be down and in. Got a little bit too much at the plate. Pena, who's been on fire as of late, is not going to let that get by him.
That was Pena's 5th leadoff home run of the season and his 13th overall, and they weren't done there. After a couple of walks, it was Yandy Diaz singling home Jose Altuve, making it 2-1 Astros. Red Sox offense did get to Brown a bit in the second inning. A leadoff double from Trevor Story and a walk for Masa Yoshida. Unfortunately, Romy Gonzalez hit into a double play, erasing both those runners after a Wilyer Abreu walk brought Romy to second. Ceddanne Rafaela got his first hacks.
1-0. Is swung on and looped into shallow center field. It's down for a hit. Story scores. Abreu is around second into third. He got just enough of it, and the Red Sox get a run back. It's 2-1.
You just mentioned him not taking that full hack. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball in the inner half. Nice, sweet, short stroke to the baseball. Just enough to get it outside the infield. He got beat a little bit, but is strong enough to get it to the outfield.
Nice swing indeed. Nice to see from Rafaela, too. He has been slumping lately. That's just the 3rd run he's driven in this month and the first since August 4th. His OPS just 600 in August so far, but he was responsible for what would be the lone run the Red Sox scored in this game. Despite the tough first inning, Buehler settled down and cruised through the next few, as did Brown, who scattered a few base runners here and there but didn't really have any issues until the 6th inning. He walked leadoff man Jarren Duran and then proceeded to balk him over to second. After a Trevor Story flyout, Yoshida grounded out, advancing Duran to third base. Then with Romy Gonzalez up, Brown threw the first pitch from the windup, then threw the second pitch from the stretch. Alex Cora and the coaching staff all thought it was a balk, but we'll get back to that later. Buehler, who had been mowing the Astros down, retired the first 2 hitters in the 6th before walking Victor Caratini, which set up Diaz again.
Pitch. Drive into deep left field. This thing is pounded, and it is gone. After the walk, the 2-run homer. That really hurts. It's 4-1 Astros.
Again, you said it. It's the walks and the home runs.
That's your play of last night's game. It's brought to you by Nissan. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event. Big night for Mr. Diaz, his 17th home run of the year. 3 runs batted in. The Red Sox would threaten again with 2 on and nobody out in the 9th, but no dice. Brian Abreu slamming the door. 4-1 the final. Houston takes the series, and they send the Red Sox packing after having gone 2-4 on the 6-game road trip. Alex Cora did get ejected in this game. He came out to talk with the home plate umpire when the first balk happened because Brown started his windup before the batter, Trevor Story, was ready. That's the Scherzer rule. The second one, though, was more complicated. Cora goes out to chat with him about it in between innings and then gets tossed by the home plate umpire, Ryan Blakeney. Cora called it a misunderstanding. Either way, Red Sox lose and they fall to 66-56 on the year. Houston improves to 68-53. They increase their lead to 1.5 games over Seattle, who's now suddenly lost 2 in a row to Baltimore, if you can believe that. The loss for the Red Sox doesn't hurt them too badly. They're still a game back of Seattle for the top wild card and still a game and a half up on the Yankees for that third, or for the second, I should say. The Yankees, Red Sox, do fall to 5 games back of the East leading Blue Jays, the Red Sox do, having dropped 5 of their last 7 games. But the good news is they're coming back to Fenway, where they've gone 14-2 over their last 16 home games. Tonight, Red Sox get a look at the Marlins, a team that enters tonight with a record of 58-63. That's good for third place in the NL East and a distant 6 games out of the NL wild card. Although anything's possible, the Marlins haven't been playing well lately. They came out of the break hot. They went 11-4, bringing them back to 500, but since then, they've lost 8 out of 11 coming into tonight's proceedings. And that brings us to tonight's pitching matchup, which is brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. For the Red Sox, it'll be Lucas Giolito getting the ball. He's 8-2 with a 3.77 ERA in 18 starts this year for Boston. He's 4-0 with a .33 ERA in his last 4 starts at Fenway. That's pretty good. He did have a bad start last week in San Diego, though. 4 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits with a big number of walks. 6 walks, 1 strikeout. He had a 3-2 lead going into the 5th in that game and walked 4 straight batters. So hopefully he's finding the plate tonight at Fenway. For the Marlins, it'll be Sandy Alcantara, the righty, who's 6-11 with a 6.55 ERA this year. He did win the Cy Young in 2022, had a down year in 2023. His ERA was in the 4s, and then he had tightness in his UCL in September, got shut down, had Tommy John surgery. That made him miss all of last year. Since coming back from surgery, he has not been good. His ERA in the 8s and 9s in April and May. He got it down into the 4s for June and July, but so far in August, he's made 2 starts in which he's given up 11 runs in 12 innings pitched. He was on the trade block this year, according to reports, but like most starting pitchers with cost control, he did not move. Tonight's first pitch is scheduled for 7:10, and first pitch is brought to you by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for over 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman. Call all 7s at 617-777-7777. It's time now for the Baseball Isn't Boring 2-Minute Grill with Rob Bradford, presented by McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil, including BioHeat, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Here with Rob Bradford is Cutter Crawford, who spoke to the media today as he remains on the IL, but he gave an update on his recovery and what that setback was all about. Here with Bradford is Cutter Crawford.
I guess how you feeling? First off, how's everything going on with you and the wrist?
Things are going good, kind of all things considered. The rest of the body's feeling good. Obviously, I had the wrist surgery, and it's progressing as it should. Had a call with the doctor last week, and he was really pleased at my progress up to this point. So I think the wrist is progressing fine.
How crazy has this year been for you? I mean, with the legs, now the wrist, and just like injuries and missing the action.
Yeah, it's been tough. I was really close to starting a rehab assignment before I had this incident with the wrist. It was the day before my last live BP, and I was supposed to start a rehab assignment. But yeah, it's been difficult. It's been frustrating. But I'm just trying to do everything I can to just prepare and get my body and my mind in the best spot possible for when I do take the mound again.
What led to the wrist issue?
Just doing some pretty standard maintenance around the house. I was just outside kind of moving some stuff. When I went to move something, it got hung up and it turned my wrist the other way, and I kind of felt a subtle pop. And at that point I was like, oh, that's not great. I texted my trainer at the time, and like I said, I was supposed to throw a live BP the next day, and obviously we pushed that back a little bit, and I tried to continue throwing throughout this kind of injury, and I wasn't able to kind of get to where I'd be a big league value.
Just as the guy who kind of led this team in starts and innings last year, I think that made this doubly hard to just not be able to pitch at all.
Yeah, 100%. I take pride in being healthy and available and grabbing the ball every 5th day and competing to the best of my ability. And it's like I said, it's been frustrating not being able to go out there and compete and go to battle with my teammates day in, day out.
How is your knee doing?
The knee is in a really good spot. I will say my knee feels better than it has, and I'd say probably 3 or 4 years. So I'm very, very optimistic about that, and hopefully we'll have no issues, next year with that.
At what point did you realize that this was a serious wrist thing after that happened?
When it happened, I had kind of that gut instinct of like I said, I kind of felt the pop, and I could still squeeze my wrist or my fist and everything. But when I tried to move a certain way, my body didn't like it, and then at that point, that's when I texted Joel, one of the trainers down there. I said, we might need to look at my wrist. I kind of had a little accident.
Is it a ligament thing or?
It's a subsheath. So it's the subsheath that holds the tendon in place. I basically tore the subsheath, therefore my tendon, if I moved it a certain way, my tendon was moving underneath my bone.
Is this something that you'll be okay to pitch in spring training?
Yeah, I believe so. There hasn't been no comments, or the doctor that I saw hasn't even mentioned anything like that. He feels really good about the surgery and the work he was doing. He was able to do in there. And yeah, there's been no talks about that. I expect to be hopefully throwing a baseball by October and build up.
Have a normal sort of offseason.
That's the goal. Yeah, that's the goal. Yeah.
There you go. That's an update from Cutter Crawford and Rob Bradford there with the 2-minute grill. Want to remind everybody that you can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Coming up in about 15 minutes, Will Fleming will sit down with manager Alex Cora. That's brought to you by our New England Ford dealers. Coming up next, we'll head to Fenway and we'll talk with Will Fleming. Everybody's talking to Will today. I'm Christian Arcand. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the Dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. OpenPhone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7. Join over 60,000 businesses already using OpenPhone. Get 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/Odyssey. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. openphone.com/Odyssey. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcand. Red Sox and the Marlins kicking off a weekend set here at Fenway. And we'll head to Fenway right now and talk to the voice of the Boston Red Sox, Mr. Will Fleming. Will, how we doing? I haven't talked to you in a while. How's it going, buddy?
It has been a little while, huh? Yeah, I'm good. Long road trip. Very late arrival, but a day to recover yesterday. And it's very nice to be back home, back at Fenway, and expecting the Red Sox to do what they've so often done, come home and turn it around.
People don't know it, Will, because you're such a pro, but you were fighting it on that road trip. I mean, you had a little bit of trouble there, yeah?
Yeah, it was a little touch and go there for a little bit, but we're back. We're not without some reservations, but all is good, man.
All right, yes.
I'm like the grind of the season, I battled through it, so all is well.
Absolutely. A warrior all the way through. Speaking of warriors, the Red Sox now, if you look at the schedule, the hard part of it, or the harder part of it, is certainly now behind them with those 2 Houston series, playing all those very good National League teams. You have the Yankees coming up, but it does get a lot easier here in the next couple of weeks. Is there a sense of that maybe with the team? Like, okay, we're past the hard part?
I don't. What's interesting, Christian, is that I don't think they look at it that way. I think they kind of view every game exactly the same, which is why they were able to do what they did against the Rockies and Nationals and Rays going into the All-Star break, and then they had that same mentality and intensity in Chicago and Philadelphia. It's just the quality of the opponent, and whether you're home or away, that's just kind of the way it is. So, I'm sure some guys are thinking, man, thank goodness we're out of those hostile environments and we get to come back where we're so happy and familiar. But I don't think the one thing I do know about Alex Cora's messaging to this group, and in some ways more importantly, Alex Bregman and Trevor Story and Jarren Duran, is there are no off nights, and it has to start tonight. That to me has been a real noticeable difference with this group and in years past, where It doesn't, and remember the last couple of years how frustrated we all were on those nights when they didn't handle the White Sox and teams like that. There's a noticeable difference, to me anyway, in terms of just the focus and intensity ahead of these games with some of these lesser teams. So it's a weird game. Alcantara could come out and throw a gem. Who knows what Giolito will do, but at least just superficially, I feel like they really do have an edge tonight.
Yes, I would certainly agree with that. And I think the guy pitching, you just mentioned Giolito, he's a very good bellwether for what this team has been like at home versus on the road. He had a tough start in San Diego. His last 4 starts at Fenway, he's been untouchable. This team really, I don't know if Alex Cora's message lands better at Fenway or not, but it is remarkable what they've been doing there lately.
Yeah, it is, and they finally have a roster to take advantage of this ballpark. They feed off the crowd. They tend to strike early, take leads, and then I think most visiting teams get a little bit intimidated by what's going on inside this great ballpark. So, yeah, Giolito, you're right about that. He tends to signal whether they're on a good run or a bad one, and I expect him to bounce back. I loved his accountability after the walks in his last start, and I think he'll have a really good one. This Marlins team is interesting. Talking to the hitting people with the Red Sox, they really don't strike out a lot. They tend to obsess over putting the ball in play, and they're patient early in counts. And so many people told me today that one real benefit to that is you maybe get a chance to really quickly get ahead in counts. So I think that's something to watch tonight, is how often is Giolito 0-1, 0-2? And, I think the Marlins believe we're comfortable in that spot. We can battle back and get out of those holes. I don't think that's necessarily a good way to operate. So I think getting ahead of these Marlins hitters for Giolito will be especially important, and I have no reason to believe he can't do that.
No, I don't think so either, but I think you're sort of dancing around the idea the Marlins maybe aren't as bad as they lie. I know they've lost 8 of 11 here coming into this, but they had a nice stretch there after the All-Star break. Could this be, I don't know, in other sports they call it a trap game. Could this be like a trap type of series, after some tough opponents here?
Definitely.
You get the Marlins?
Definitely. I mean, they swept the Yankees, but then they've lost their next 3 series, as you just pointed out. Trap, I don't know whether that's the right thing, but you certainly cannot. This is not the Colorado Rockies. I mean, you cannot just assume that it's going to be 10-1 every night, because they've proven they can do a lot of things. And the one thing that's totally different about this team than some of those other bottom feeders is they pitch. And Alcantara is an enigma. He does not have the same stuff. He's been so inconsistent. But I would not be at all surprised if he pitched great tonight. That's just kind of the way it is with guys, that kind of stuff. Maybe a ballpark like this brings out the best in him. So in that way, you really have to grind it out as best you can. And I think that, like I said, I think the Red Sox very much are aware of that, and they're not going to let their guard down.
We're talking with Will Fleming here, the voice of the Red Sox on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Will, this has been a very educational season for me. I've learned all these different things about catcher's interference earlier in the year with all of that, and now I'm learning everything there is to know about balks and declaring and all this other stuff. I thought I knew baseball pretty well, but I'm learning something new every day with this team.
That's what's fun about it, man. It's not a cliche, it's true. So many times you come to a game and see something you've never seen before. And, that one was weird. I didn't see anything. The Red Sox were so adamant that was a balk on Hunter Brown with Duran as the tying run at third. Of course, after the game, Alex said it was not. But it has changed so much lately, Christian, with these guys who go out of the windup and it looks exactly like their stretch, where they do different things. Like you can envision it in your mind's eye. A guy is out of a position that looks like the stretch, but with their front foot, they will step toward the first base bag, kind of behind them. And then they come home. That's kind of the wind-up look for them. And then out of the stretch, they just come home. They don't step to the first base bag. Well, with those guys, you have to declare to the umpire with runners on third what you're going to do. And the Red Sox thought that Hunter Brown, who's got a conventional windup, went out of the windup in his first pitch and then went into the stretch with a second. They thought if you were going to switch in at bat, conventional windup to conventional stretch, you had to declare. You do not, and I'm with you. I didn't see anything on the balk, but I'm glad he clarified that after the game.
Certainly, and the clarification also for Alex Cora ended up getting him tossed out of the game. Joe Braverman and I last night were stunned to find out that Alex Cora has been ejected the same amount of times as Aaron Boone this year, which seemed crazy to even think of. But a lot of ejections for Cora this year, a career high, leading the league. Something to be concerned about there?
No, not even a little bit. And I think he's a little bit embarrassed is not the right word, but he does not want to get ejected from these games. And he was stunned to be thrown out the other day. I think he thought he was trying to be a little sarcastic and get educated, but be that as it may, I like it a little bit, Joe. And I would offer to you, Christian, sorry, I was just looking at a text from Joe Braverman. I would offer to you that, number one, if you look at the ejections, they're very different. I think in some ways Aaron Boone kind of predetermines when he's going to come out. It's about low strikes for his big hitters, Judge and Stanton and others, and he loses his absolute mind. Alex very rarely does that, but I also think it's a little sign that he is so invested in this team and in this season. He's not afraid to air it out a little bit. So I've enjoyed watching those. I disregard the thing that says a little rah-rah, you got to fire up the boys. Why can't he go out there and kick some dirt on the plate and that'll turn the fortunes around? That's not how this sport works at all. But be that as it may, I like when he stands up for guys and bad calls and gets his money's worth.
That is the voice of Will Fleming. He'll be on the call tonight. Will, we look forward to it. Thanks so much.
Take care. Thanks, Christian.
All right, Will Fleming from Fenway. He'll be on the call tonight with the first pitch coming your way at 7:10. Coming up next, we'll sit down with Alex Cora. Well, we won't. Will Fleming will. And that's presented by your New England Ford dealers, and it's coming up next here. I'm Christian Arcand. This is the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Business owners know every missed call is money left on the table. For $15 a month, get a dedicated business number with OpenPhone. You can manage calls, assign conversations, send auto replies, and skip voicemail with OpenPhone's AI agent that captures leads 24/7. Join over 60,000 businesses using OpenPhone. Get 20% off at openphone.com/Odyssey. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. openphone.com/Odyssey. OpenPhone. No missed calls. No missed customers.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Do you have a dark curiosity? Heart Starts Pounding, Horrors, Hauntings, and Mysteries is a weekly podcast hosted by me, Kaylin Moore. Check out Heart Starts Pounding on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today. Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun, wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. Check out the Passport, Pilot, Ridgeline, or CR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where Data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at Autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right? In the flesh. Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
This is Alex Cora. You are listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox back at Fenway for some home cooking against the I keep doing that. The Miami Marlins, not the Florida Marlins anymore. Now the Miami Marlins. Sandy Alcantara on the mound opposite Lucas Giolito going for the Red Sox. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. And Alex Cora on WEEI is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers in the Ford Summer Sales Event. Hurry in to get great deals now, including on F-Series, the official truck of the Red Sox. Here with Alex Cora is the voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
Back home, where these green uniforms have been so good to the Red Sox. Friday night at Fenway, the Miami Marlins are in town, and with the manager, Alex Cora. Chance to reset, Alex, and you've been pretty steadfast about this. Your team has played great at this ballpark, and the road series are what they were. Those are two tough teams on the road in their ballparks. What do you make of the way the trip went and the energy coming back?
I think we played well. Obviously, we didn't win any of the two series, but I thought, we swung the bat well. We put pressure on the opposition. They were better than us, for two series, Now you come here and, the way you're supposed to do, win series. We got 3-1 with the Marlins, a 2-1 with the Orioles, and we just got to be locked in.
The thing about those series, and particularly the pitchers you faced, is it really is a lot like the playoffs. And the games you lost in this swing have kind of come down to one at-bat in a clutch spot against a really good pitcher. Is there a chance for some of your, especially younger hitters, to learn from those situations and carry them forward?
I think we learn every day. And like I said, when we went to Chicago, Philly, it was a learning experience for the boys. San Diego, right now, they're leading the division, right? They have a good team, and we played toe-to-toe with them. And in Houston, we did a good job, throughout. So, you learn and try to slow the game down, and they've been able to do that, right? And we've been playing good defense, pitching well. We haven't been overwhelmed with the noise and all that stuff with the stadium. So we're in a good spot. We are.
You have built up more velocity and different looks in your bullpen. I mean, we hadn't known much before this year about this kid, Bennett Sousa. And Abreu comes in throwing 100, 101. I thought that was about the best left-handed slider we've seen all year. Their bullpen stood out.
Yeah, they did a good job. I think we had Brown on the ropes early on, and, there were some quick at-bats, and instead of going to the lefty in the 8th or in Abreu in the 9th, we could get one of those guys in the middle, of their bullpen, and probably we win the game. But I think we did okay against Hunter, who are not great, and that's the reason we lost the game.
It's interesting you bring that up because there are varied opinions on this, Alex. If a guy is a little shaky, in today's game, a lot of times the first pitch fastballs may be the best pitch you're going to see. Where do you come down on aggression early in counts as opposed to if a guy's lost it a little bit, making him work?
I think the game dictates that, and you see it, right? And I think the goal, especially in the third game of the series, after we beat that bullpen up for 2 days, right? Kind of let's get to one more bullpen arm before the high leverage guys. And Romy got a cutter in the zone, a good pitcher hit, and hit the ground ball double play. Massa was a little bit aggressive, but we talk about it. We talk about managing the game, especially early, the things that we need to do. Everybody points out man at second, no outs in the 7th. Oh, he didn't get him over. That situation comes up in the 2nd. We don't get him over, but people don't talk about that. So we talk a little bit about that. We have to manage the game where we at. Obviously, with the pitching staff that we have and the bullpen that we have, having the lead after the 5th is great. And, the fun starts, too, when you have the lead after the 5th.
You talk about Romy. I mean, he continues to amaze. He keeps earning these at-bats, even against tough right-handers. And I thought, the double play ball was frustrating. He hit it hard, and then he finds a way to contribute later in the game. He for a guy who is not an everyday player, he does an amazing job of staying sharp.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and we're going to find at-bats, depending on matchups against righties, and he's earned the right to play against some of them, but at the same time, for my end, it's a luxury in certain games to have Romy a ref, on the bench in case something happens with lefties later on. There's a team that only has one lefty, so probably ref doesn't see much action, and Romy's starting today, but he's hitting the ball hard, he's hitting for average, he's slugging, but at the same time, being able to manage the 9 innings with them sometimes on the bench, it helps too.
Marcelo's here. He's taking ground balls. He looks pretty sharp out there. You were standing right by him. What do you think the future holds for him?
We'll see. He took some swings yesterday and the day before. He didn't feel great, so we just got to be patient.
How about Slayton? He was out on the mound today in full uni. You said there's going to be a live coming up here soon. What do you think about Justin?
Yeah, he's doing well. He threw the ball well. Not a lot of talk about the injury. Everything was about mechanics and the pitch shapes, so that's a good sign. He'll throw a live VP on Monday, most likely, and then we'll see what the future holds.
And Cutter just walked by us. He's doing okay. He's checking in with the doctors. It's so wild, this game, Alex. He's such a big part of what you guys are trying to do. He's such a well-loved person in that clubhouse. And you guys have been day-to-day grinding it out. How hard is it for you to not see him? But also, can you imagine a guy like that who defines his life by being a part of a big league club? How I'm sure at times it feels lonely to not be a part of this thing.
Yeah, I mean, being on the IL, having surgery, it sucks as a player. You're part of it, but you don't feel part of it. And I'm glad that he's here. Obviously, we cannot assume, what if, with him. We just need him to get healthy and be part of it next year.
Giolito had been on this great run, not his best in the last one. What needs to change tonight?
He just lost it there for a little bit, right? All those walks in that inning in San Diego put us in a bad spot, but he was throwing the ball well against a tough team. So fastball command starts with that. They're a very patient team, and they put the ball in play. So, it's a good mix, actually, to get ahead and bury them, right? So hopefully we can do that.
People think, and they looked at the schedule a long time ago and said, oh, well, this is a chance to get right, get healthy. These Marlins are not what they were a couple months ago. They're playing much better. Like you say, they're fast. They do a lot of different things and little things well. When you watch them, what stands out?
Yeah, just that. With men in scoring position, they're going to put the ball in play. They're going to run the bases well. They're playing good defense, and they got some good arms. The guy on the mound tonight, man, everybody have been talking about him the last 12 months, right? And he's back from surgery. The numbers are not great, but the stuff is still good, so we just got to be prepared.
And excited for another Fenway Greens night, I bet.
It'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be fun, and, for everything I'm hearing, this homestand, it's going to be packed. It's sold out, so, that's what it's all about. It's August 15th. It's time to go. We've been saying that for 14 days, and we just got to be ready and be on top of it.
The last one, I know you want to play meaningful games in September and October, but you just said what you said, and it's important to focus on it. Middle of August, you're right in the thick of this thing. You'd be in the playoffs. How proud of you of the work that you, your staff, and your players have done to get you here?
Well, we talked about it at the end of September last year, that probably last September was the last time we were going to struggle as an organization, and we're doing a good job, but we still got work to do. We got a lot of games in front of us. It starts tonight. Show up, play a good game, put ourselves in a situation to win the series tomorrow, and go from there.
We appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Will.
That was Alex Cora with Will Fleming. We hear from him before every game. You can watch Red Sox pregame on Twitch. Just follow WEEI. It's brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Still to come here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. We got your Herb Chambers starting lineups. We got your Subaru scoreboard update. We have your Interlock Roofing Lock of the Game and our question of the day from your New England Chevy dealers. That's coming up next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
Business owners know every missed call is money left on the table. For $15 a month, get a dedicated business number with OpenPhone. You can manage calls, assign conversations, send auto replies, and skip voicemail with OpenPhone's AI agent that captures leads 24/7. Join over 60,000 businesses using OpenPhone. Get 20% off at openphone.com/Odyssey. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. openphone.com/Odyssey. OpenPhone. No missed calls. No missed customers.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. This is the show where your money is not scary. It's a show that's all about you. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Listen and follow Jill on Money on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist, to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today. Choosing a bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drink that's all flavor and just 100 calories? Easy. Choosing between creamy vanilla, double chocolate, and sea salt caramel flavors? A little harder. Try the delicious new Starbucks Frappuccino light drinks. Look for them wherever you buy groceries. Start with Starbucks coffee.
Coming at you live from Auto Trader, here's New Car Energy.
There's searching inventory. You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. It's smarter car shopping just for
Find
you.
your next ride at autotrader.com, powered by Auto Intelligence.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
He's in a jam, and the pitching coach is headed out to the mound.
You okay, kid?
Coach, you ever think about your financial future?
Yeah, but not with the bases loaded in a full count.
Fair point.
Plus, there's Mass Mutual.
So, I should look into Mass Mutual?
Absolutely.
Can I borrow your phone? I left mine in my locker.
Yeah, but maybe after the game.
Another fair point, Coach.
Mass Mutual, official partner of the Red Sox. Learn more at massmutual.com.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
Welcome back to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. I'm Christian Arcan. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Miami Marlins kicking off a 3-game weekend series at Fenway Park. And it's time now for the Herb Chambers starting lineups. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. We'll start with the visiting Marlins, who will have Xavier Edwards leading off at second base. He's currently in the midst of a 9-game hit streak in which he's hitting .452 with 5 RBI and 6 stolen bases. Kyle Stowers, breakout season for him, 25 home runs, will bat second and play left field, followed by Agustin Ramirez, the catcher. Liam Hicks will bat cleanup and DH. Otto Lopez is your shortstop and number 5 hitter, one of 2 Ottos in the majors right now. Otto Kemp with the Phillies is the other one. Jacob Marcy will bat 6th and play center field, followed by Eric Wagaman at first base. Graham Pauley will be your third baseman and number 8 hitter. Batting ninth is Dane Myers in right field behind the starter, Sandy Alcantara. For the Red Sox, Roman Anthony leading off in DHing. Since his debut, he ranks 5th in the American League in doubles, on-base percentage, and walks. Alex Bregman will bat second and play third base. He is rumored to be using a Wally the Green Monster bat tonight, as it is Players Week. Jaron Duran in left field will bat third base, followed by the cleanup hitter Trevor Story. Wilyer Abreu in right field will bat 5th, followed by Romy Gonzalez at second. He's hitting .389 in his last 9 games. Abraham Toro batting 7th and playing first base, followed by Cedon Rafaela in center. And your number 9 hitter is Carlos Narvaez doing the catching for Lucas Giolito. Time now for the Subaru scoreboard update, brought to you by Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. One game that went final already to tell you about, that was the Pirates getting a 3-2 win over the Cubs. Jack Sawinski's 9th inning home run broke the tie there for the Bucks. A couple of games in progress, like the red-hot Milwaukee Brewers, who have won 12 straight and are 1 win away from tying their franchise record for consecutive wins, and would also put them halfway to the all-time record of 26 consecutive wins sent by the 1916 New York Giants. They are playing the Reds tonight. That game in the bottom of the first inning, no score so far. Top of the first inning in D.C., the Phillies and the Nationals, no score as well, though the Phillies are threatening early here with runners on first and third and nobody out. Still to come tonight, taking a look around the majors, we have the Toronto Blue Jays hosting the Texas Rangers. Jake DeGrom and Chris Bassett will be your starters in that one. Cleveland Guardians getting a visit from the Atlanta Braves at 7:10. We have Hurston Waldrop and Joey Cantillo as your starters there. Out at Citi Field, the Mets hosting the Seattle Mariners, a game the Red Sox will be keeping an eye on. 7:10 first pitch out there in New York. Sean Manaea and Luis Castillo will be your starters in that game. The Houston Astros, who the Red Sox just got done with, will be hosting the Baltimore Orioles tonight at 8:10. Brandon Young and Framber Valdez will be the starters. Kansas City Royals getting a visit from the White Sox with Aaron Savale and Noah Cameron, your starters scheduled for that one. Another 8:10 start time, this time in Minnesota. Another AL Central battle, this time the Tigers and the Twins. 8:15 start time in St. Louis for the Yankees and the Cardinals. Luis Gil and Andre Palante, your starters there. Colorado Rockies get a visit from the Diamondbacks at 8:40. A's and the Angels get started at 10:05. Dodgers will host the Padres, who are the second hottest team in baseball right now, have won 5 straight. That's a 10:10 start time out at Dodger Stadium. And at Oracle Park tonight, 10:15 start time between the Giants and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Giants ice cold right now. Time for the lock of the game, presented by Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit them online at newenglandmetalroofing.com and never re-roof again. I'm going to keep this one real simple, folks. I'm on a bit of a cold stretch right now, so I'm just going to go with the Red Sox on the money line. Simple as that. They're back home. They got the Marlins. They got Sandy Alcantara. I think the Red Sox win this one. And finally, every game, we have the New England Chevy Dealers question of the day. Together we drive. Listen in for that during the broadcast today. The question tonight, which of these players will have the biggest impact if they join or rejoin the team down the stretch? Marcelo Meyer, Justin Slayton, Christian Campbell, or Peyton Tolley? Go and vote now at Sox Booth on Twitter. I'm Christian Arcan. This has been the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Don't move a muscle. First pitch coming your way next, right here on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
We know there's a lot that can go on during one night of baseball. Long home runs, epic pitching performances, catches that defy space, time, and gravity.
Climbing the wall! Did he catch it? He did!
But what if you could get all of that summarized in a quick, concise, and at least we think, funny podcast that's under 10 minutes? Check out MLB.com's Morning Lineup. It runs Monday through Friday mornings on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you love listening most.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across a cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. 8 configuraciones diferentes, intensidad ajustable, además es calefaccionado. Y se siente tan bien. Sí, una silla de masajes puede parecer extravagante. Y 2, bueno, aún más. Pero cuando esas sillas de masajes vienen con un auto, se vuelven bastante prácticas. El nuevo Volkswagen Tiguan 2025 con funciones premium como los asientos delanteros con masaje disponibles. Solo parece extravagante.
You're tuned into Auto Intelligence, live from Auto Trader, where data, tools, and your preferences sync to make your car shopping smooth.
They're searching inventory.
Oh, yeah.
They find what you need.
They're gonna find it.
You can make a budget for your wallet to help you succeed. Pricing's precise and true.
So true.
It's smarter car shopping.
Ooh.
Just for you.
Oh, it's just for you. Find your next ride at autotrader.com. Powered by Auto Intelligence.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app. This is... Red Sox baseball.
Can you believe it?
On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
And the left field, adios. Sale winds, he fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over. And the Red Sox win. Jump on his back, fellas, the Red Sox win.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, the official supermarket of the Red Sox Radio Network. Subaru of New England. There's a lot to love about Subaru. SubaruofNewEngland.com.
And Hideo Nomo's pitched a no-hitter.
Mass Mutual, insurance, planning, investments. Nissan, sun's out, deals up at the Nissan end of summer sales event.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Arbella, here for good.
Fires. Swing and a miss, strike three, it's over.
Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
Strike three, a no-hitter. 23-year-old Clay Buchholz has no-hit the Baltimore Orioles.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Duran will score.
Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Way back. Grand slam.
Citgo. Club Club Citgo can save you money every day. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. 110 Grill, gluten-free dining done right. C&S Wholesale Grocers.
It's gone! Into the bullpen!
Brought to you by findmassmoney.gov. The Department of Veteran Affairs. Hackman Wealth Partners, Boston's premier retirement planning specialist. Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Interlock Metal Roofing. Visit NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. Never re-roof again.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Battle won by House.
McFarland Energy, the region's most dependable provider of home heating oil delivery, as well as expert HVAC services at McFarlandEnergy.com. Northern Bank, your partner for growth.
Here is the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe.
And by Verizon Wireless, the network Boston relies on. New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive.
Goodbye, Christian Campbell.
Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Sean McDonough and Will Fleming.
On an absolutely gorgeous Boston night, we welcome you to Fenway Park, where the Red Sox are back home and kick off a 6-game homestand with the first of 3 with the Miami Marlins. It's another Fenway Greens evening as the Sox kick off Players Weekend and look to bounce back from a disappointing road trip through San Diego and Houston. The Red Sox still in great shape, 10 games above 500, holders of the second wild card, and they're 5 games behind the red-hot Toronto Blue Jays in the American League East. Lucas Giolito looking to bounce back from a sort of disappointing start in San Diego. He takes the ball for the Red Sox. And on the other side, Sandy Alcantara, one of the most talented pitchers in the game, who has been an enigma for the Marlins this season. Still great Cy Young type stuff, but he has not brought it together this season. Will Fleming and Sean McDonough. And Sean, the Red Sox are hoping that Fenway will be the tonic for them that it has been so often this season. They need to take care of business with the Marlins and the Orioles, and it sure does feel like, to me, the tone setter will be Lucas Giolito.
Yeah, I agree with that. Beautiful night here. You can feel the excitement in the ballpark with the Red Sox playing meaningful games in mid-August. You know, the last few years that hasn't always been the case, but just being around town, Will, I think you've experienced the same thing. You know, people are excited about this team. They like the team. They believe that, you know, unlike a couple of times in recent years, they're not going to fade down the stretch, that they have the talent to be a playoff team. And we were talking before we came on the air, Lucas Giolito is a big part of that. Everybody believes in Garrett Crochet, and they should, but it's after that you're still looking for a little more consistency in the starting rotation.
We'll get into the environment here at Fenway Park, which is already buzzing when we finish up the national anthem, which is brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com, helping stable, sustaining, skilled trades careers to the next generation of U.S. Navy submarines to life. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
Is a cast member of The Wiz, presented by Broadway in Boston and now playing at the Citizens Opera House. From Newark, New Jersey, please welcome Michaela White.
Oh, say, and you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Michaela White, Broadway star in the making, excellent rendition of our Star-Spangled Banner. It does strike me, Sean, what you're talking about, the appreciation of this city, this region for this group of players, the effort they've put forward, the brand of baseball that they play. It's not that long ago that as the anthem concluded, you'd look around Fenway Park and it would be 60% full. Now, we're going to have another sellout tonight, 12 in a row for the Red Sox and their fans. It would eventually fill in years past, but this is different. The people are coming to Fenway to see the game, and they don't want to miss a single pitch because they know this team can jump on opponents really quickly.
Yeah, that's true. You know, and we benefit from it being summer, and people aren't coming necessarily straight from work or going out to dinner after work and then coming to the game. But it's just great to feel the excitement here. And what a night. I mean, at this time last night, there was some wild weather throughout our area with torrential rains and high winds. And the good news about that is it took all the heat and humidity out of it. Yesterday was just an awful, oppressively sticky day. But the temperature now in the mid-70s. We'll get the official temperature at game time in just a moment. Not a cloud, literally not a cloud in the sky over America's greatest city. A beautiful night for baseball and a lot of excitement inside the park.
No doubt about that. The Speed Report is brought to you by Verizon. Get to your local Verizon store today to check out the latest deals. We heard from the Marlins folks that the man behind the plate, although a really exciting young prospect for them, does not do a good job controlling the running game, nor does Sandy Alcantara. That's Agustin Ramirez. And you would figure that that should be a big part of what the Red Sox try to do, get on the bases and then just go.
Yeah, we were told that with this battery out there for Miami, when teams get runners on base, they'll run. Red Sox obviously well aware of that scouting report. And on the topic of speed, the flip side is also true. Miami is a team that likes to run when they get on base. They have 99 stolen bases as a team. That's fourth in the National League. They're scrappy, they're pesky, they work counts, they try to put the ball in play, and then when they get on base, they run.
Yeah, so a test for Giolito and Narvaez when they do get on base. They really pride themselves, to the Marlins, on not striking out, finding ways to put the ball in play. So see how Giolito handles that challenge here today. The injury report is brought to you by the Catchus Law Group, champions for the injured, with more than $3 billion recovered for New Englanders. Cutter Crawford was here today, met with writers and television personalities. He is getting checked up with the doctor here in Boston. His wrist is healing perfectly. He expects to be throwing a baseball by October and to have a normal off season. He did sort of break the news how the accident occurred. He was doing some housework, lifting heavy things, moving around, and the already sort of tender wrist just bent the wrong way. I was hoping he'd say golf, but instead
it was probably golf. The lifting heavy things is a better cover story.
This is why I never do house projects, Sean.
No, and thank God your wife is who she is, because there's no doubt she's doing the vast majority of the work around the house.
There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Justin Slayton threw a bullpen, rather sort of a live session on the mound today, just kind of getting in full uni to throw his bullpen here. He's going to have a live batting practice session in a couple of days. How important he could be down the stretch for the Red Sox. Everyone who watched him said he looked great, and he could be a huge add down the stretch.
Then we heard reports that Marcelo Myers swinging a bat. Still not known if we'll see him again this season, but at the very least that sounds like some progress.
It does. When Marcelo is healthy, it opens up the roster so much more, especially to get Cedon into the outfield every day he's there. And speaking of that, Sean, how about tonight's starting lineups?
As usual, Will, brought to us by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the Miami Marlins, as Will said, a pleasant surprise to many, just 5 games below the 500 mark at 58-63, despite a lineup that is not exactly packed with household names. Xavier Edwards leads off and plays second base. He's second in the National League in batting average, behind only Will Smith of the Dodgers. Edwards hitting .307. Kyle Stowers, an all-star in left field. Agustin Ramirez is the catcher. As Will said, he has struggled behind the plate, but he can hit. Liam Hicks is the designated hitter and cleanup hitter. Otto Lopez is the shortstop. Jacob Marcy in center field. Eric Wagaman hits 7th and plays first base. Graham Pauley is at third base batting 8th, and Dane Myers is the right fielder batting 9th. They'll take their swings against Lucas Giolito, who's 8-2 with a .377 ERA, 2-0 in his last 3 starts with an ERA under 3 in those outings. How many of those Miami Marlins had you heard of prior to tonight?
2.
Yeah, it's amazing that they're doing as well as they are. They think they have a very bright future using the Milwaukee Brewers as a model.
That's a high bar to set, I would say. And I mean, you know, maybe these guys will become household names in Miami and in the baseball universe, but it is amazing. It is rare these days, Sean, when you put in a major league lineup and it is a total mismatch of names you just don't know.
Red Sox taking the field, as Will said, in their green City Connect uniforms. The Red Sox lineup is Roman Anthony leading off. He's the DH tonight. Alex Bregman at third base. Jarren Duran in left field. The cleanup hitters, the shortstop, Trevor Story. Wilyer Abreu in right field. Romy Gonzalez playing second base tonight and hitting 7th. Abraham Toro at first base. Cedon Rafaela back in center field. And Carlos Narvaez, the catcher, bats 9th against Sandy Alcantara. The Cy Young Award winner in the National League in 2022 has scuffled since. Missed all of last season after Tommy John surgery, and this year is 6-11 with a 6.55 ERA. The umpires behind home plate, it's Alex McKay. Alan Porter, the crew chief, is at first base. Jim Wolf at second, and Chris Siegel will call the plays at third. As we get deeper into the summer, the sun starting to set earlier and earlier, and the entire playing field now is in the shadows. Just a couple of slivers of sunlight in the right field roof and the Samuel Adams roof deck seats, and out in center field. But the lights are on an absolutely perfect night. Lucas Giolito finishing his warm-up tosses. 4-seam fastball, his primary pitch. He throws that almost half the time with a slider, a changeup, and a curveball. Last time out, struggled with his control. 6 walks in 4 2/3 innings. He got no decision in San Diego in a 5-4 Red Sox loss, but he was outstanding in each of the previous 2 starts at Minnesota and here at home against Houston. Gave up only 1 run in each of those starts. Went a total of 14 innings. So the Red Sox would like to see more of that tonight. He has completed his warm-up tosses. And the Miami Marlins getting ready to come to bat, despite the surprising success, really not in the playoff picture in the National League right now. At 58-63, they are in 3rd in the National League East, 11 games behind Philadelphia, and 6 games behind the reeling New York Mets, who have lost 13 out of their last 15 games. Xavier Edwards is strolling to the plate, ready to begin this ball game and ready to handle the play-by-play. Radio voice of the Red Sox, Will Fleming.
Great to be with you again, Sean.
Great to be with you.
And couldn't have dialed up a nicer night for it. That did hit me before the game. The sun is basically setting right now. Crazy. Giolito on the mound against Edwards, their best and hottest hitter. He swings to Edwards with a multicolored Players Weekend bat and fouls it off into the third base seats. And we're underway. A couple minutes behind schedule. 7:12 p.m. and I believe I heard 73 degrees.
I think he said 74, but it's perfect. It's good if you like perfect. If you don't like perfect, you're not going to like the weather tonight.
Not for you. 0-1. That's low. Edwards, the second best batting average in the National League at .307. A 9-game hitting streak. He's just been so hot for them.
And their leading base stealer, so important to keep him off. He has 23 steals.
He just asked for time. Alex Bregman, the third baseman, is in on the grass with Toro at first. He's way back near the line. Romy Gonzalez gets a start at second with Story at short. The defensive alignment brought to you by the Baldwin Group. Here's the 1-1. Giolito gets a foul ball, and his fastball swung on and tipped underneath Narvaez. And it is 1-2. Insurance, employee benefits, and wealth management. If you can dream it, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible. Abreu in right, Cedon where he belongs in center, and Jarren Duran in left. 1-2. Giolito. Green and black glove. He rocks, he throws, and a curveball is a check swing down in the dirt. It missed. So now 2-2. As always, fastball precision and command. The absolute telltale sign whether Giolito's going to have a big night or scuffle a little bit. Love to see him challenge Edwards here. 2-2, the pitch is a ground ball up the middle. It was a fastball. Story has it running across the diamond beautifully. Across. Good start for Giolito, one away. By the way, the 7-12 first pitch and 74 degrees brought to you by Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
I guess you've done enough games now this season. You have some of these things memorized. You don't have to read the drops anymore.
I better.
You should. How many games is this for you? You've done almost all of them.
Yeah. This is game, what, 113? 123?
What's 66 and
Here's
56?
122. So we're in game 123 as Kyle Stowers, their all-star rep, fouled a pitch off on the third base side. Yeah, and I've missed like 6 of them. So I ought to know the drops by now. Doesn't mean I always read them. Giolito winds the 0-1. He is fouled off again. They're swing happy earlier. This is not the book we had on the Marlins, but they're going early, and it's 0-2 to Stowers.
It's only the second batter of the game. I'm not sure we have a trend yet.
Good point. Stowers, man, do the Baltimore Orioles regret that trade they made that brought him and Connor Norby over for Tyler Rogers, who has really struggled with the with the Orioles. 0-2 from Giolito to Stowers. He was a good Stanford man. Giolito throws, and Stowers crushes one deep into right field toward the Red Sox bullpen, and it is going to one-hop off the wall. Abreu beautifully gloved, spins and throws to second, but a little bit wide, and Stowers, one of only 6 Marlins who's ever played in this ballpark, has a one-out double.
He is the only position player on their team who has played at Fenway Park. The other 5 Miami Marlins who have played in a game at Fenway are all pitchers, including their starter tonight, Sandy Alcantara. That was a smash. Fortunate for Giolito, it had some topspin, which had it sink right before the bullpen wall, or that would have been a home run.
So now Agustin Ramirez, who's their big power hitter. 17 homers, 55 driven in. A chance to give the Marlins a lead. Wide open stance. Holds the bat sort of chest high over the plate. Giolito onto the stretch, throws, and a pop-up on the right side of the infield. Toro is going to call off Romy. He's there to make the play. Big pitch for Giolito. And they're 2 down. I mean, Kyle Stowers, as we said, was an all-star for the Marlins. You know that the Orioles have some real seller's remorse there. He's blossomed into a great young player. They've always, the Orioles in this latest run, had too many prospects to have roster spots, but it seems like they might have chosen the wrong one to ship out.
Is he a Stanford man?
He is.
That's why you're going on and on and on and on about. No, he deserves it. Heck of a player. You know, we talk about not having heard of a lot of these guys on the Marlins, but he's one we have heard of, and he definitely looks like somebody they can build around.
Here's Liam Hicks, left-handed hitting designated hitter. Strike on the outside corner. This is sort of symptomatic of what the Marlins do. I mean, this is a guy who has 4 homers and 36 driven in, and he's cleaning up this evening at Fenway Park. 0-1. Stowers at second. The pitch is a good one. That's a perfect fastball at the bottom of the zone. Giolito, for a run before and after the All-Star break, was by the numbers about the best pitcher in the American League. And he's had some brilliant starts after the All-Star break, but a shaky single inning last time at San Diego. 0-2, bounces in. He does not have that curveball yet, Giolito. This is his 19th start, which is impressive. 100 1/3 innings coming in. 82 strikeouts. He'd like fewer than the 33 walks he's given out. So funny to see Roman Anthony prowling in the dugout because he's the designated hitter. He's got his gear ready. See how that works for him. 1-2 the pitch. Chopper foul on the first base side.
You keep mentioning, and rightly so, it's Players Weekend. What does that mean?
Baseball started this initiative 5-6 years ago where guys are allowed to wear more colorful gear. They all have customized bats like Hicks does in the box right now. You'll love what Roman Anthony brings to the plate. 1-2 the pitch is fouled off. They'll wear different shoes. Some of them are designed by kids in hospitals. Other times guys will design them with their own shoe companies. They got different numbers on the sides of their caps. The idea is just to show a little bit more personality. This dude Hicks has got like a mint green, pink, and purple bat with a setting sunset on the barrel as he fouls it off. A setting sunset is sort of redundant, but that's what he's got.
And he's a very good hitter with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. That's one thing they've done well as a team, one of the best in baseball. He's at 367 in this situation.
So tough spot for Giolito. But he's ahead 1-2. The pitch is outside first. Changeup he's thrown. And it levels the count 2-2.
Love the way Giolito competes. And I think a lot of Red Sox fans liked watching May the other night in Houston. He was clearly amped up and into it and ready to go.
No doubt. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him doubled up on the changeup, and Hicks does not get the 2-out RBI here. Good job by Giolito. After half an inning, no score. Red Sox coming up with Anthony, Bregman, and Duran. And Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom, flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
I'm Rhett. And I'm Link. And we're the hosts of the podcast Ear Biscuits. We're just 2 lifelong friends who've been talking about life for a long time.
From being dads to businessmen to all the random things we experience, nothing is off limits.
And now we're talking to you. We're answering your questions, giving advice that you may or may not want to take, and listening to your hilarious stories.
So leave us a voicemail to be part of the show at
1-888-EARPOD-1 on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Roman Anthony leads it off. In the bottom of the first inning, Red Sox and the Marlins are scoreless. Sandy Alcantara, at one time revered as one of the best pitchers in all of baseball, has really struggled this year, and especially on the road. Takes the mound at Fenway. He's into his wind, and the pitch to Anthony is chopped on the first base side. Foul. That's such a rare first pitch swing for him. He was geared up as the DH and just pulled it outside the line, 0-1. Asking about Players Weekend. Roman is leaning into it big time. He's got his personalized bat is that of a Roman soldier. 0-1. Pitch way inside with a sinker, and it's 1-1.
Well, it hasn't taken long for Roman to become a fan favorite. Big hand as he was introduced, as he was walking up to the plate.
Authored so many big moments on the road trip as he swings here and fouls it off a slider. And it's 1-2. He tied the game in the 9th inning last time Giolito was on the mound. Ended up losing the Red Sox in 10 innings that day, but then a couple massive home runs in Houston. And he is on a roll.
Power starting to come, and the average climbing rapidly. 339 over his last 15 games.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Great curveball there from Alcantara. And there's one down.
And that's been a big part of the mystery with Alcantara. Now he's coming back from Tommy John. But when he won the Cy Young, when he was successful earlier in his career, he was basically a fastball changeup pitcher. And now he's a lot more curveballs and sliders, and it isn't working, but they're still going with that plan.
Yeah, that apparently, I didn't know this before today, but that is the Marlins pitching philosophy. Spin it as best you can. Here's Bregman, who takes a curveball for a strike. Right on the outside corner. Bregman, unreal in Houston. Homers in each of the first 2 games. He's got 16 overall. .299 average at the moment. The 0-1. Strike on the inside corner.
That was a curveball I think Alex would like to have another look at. A little bit of a hanger over the inside part of the plate, and he took it.
It's his first time seeing this pitcher. 0-2. One down, scoreless in the first. Alcantara throws way outside. They call that a curveball. I'm not so sure. Anyway, it was yanked outside into the left-handed batter's box, and that was another thing we heard about Alcantara. He spins it more, and sometimes the misses are just crazy. Can lose it in an instant. But the pure stuff is absolutely there. The 1-2 is inside. Fastball. 2-2.
96 miles an hour, still throws pretty hard. Tall, skinny guy, 6'5". They list him at 200. I wouldn't think he was even that heavy. Very thin.
2-2. Bregman fouls it off. Change up there. He has that sort of prototypical build as Alcantara, and it can happen, Sean, coming back from an injury like that. The command, you talk to pitchers, sometimes that's the last thing to really return.
He won the Cy Young in 2022, but then 23 wasn't very good either. 7-12, an ERA well over 4, but maybe he was starting to have arm problems then.
2-2 is yanked foul just underneath the Coca-Cola sign. His name was rumored constantly at this deadline,
including involving the Red Sox.
Yes. And I know on good authority they definitely were interested and tried to find a deal there. But he's under control for a couple more years. The 2-2 swinging a hard ground ball to short. It is handled there by Lopez. He throws to first, and Bregman is gone. The Marlins have a great defensive infield. In fact, they play good defense all over the place. So now 2 quick outs, and here's Jarren Duran.
They've made only 60 errors. By contrast, the Red Sox have made 96, which leads Major League Baseball.
That has come down some of late, thankfully for the Red Sox, but yeah, way too many. Here's Jarren Duran with 2 down, bases clear. Alcantara 29 years old. For a few more days as the slider to Duran is a strike on the outside corner. Apparently the Marlins at the deadline were acting like they needed enough back for the Cy Young winning Sandy Alcantara. And teams were not willing to part with that. The 0-1 is a high line drive in a left field back toward the wall. Stowers right in front of the manual line scores there to make the play. And the inning is over. 1-2-3, down go the Sox in the first. After 1, no score. Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew, give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Moms, dads, are you the parent of a student athlete? Do you want to know how to get the most out of youth sports? If so, listen to the Next Pitch podcast to give you the tools to raise an aspiring athlete. It's not simple, but we talk straight and give you the best insight there is when it comes to youth sports. We'll cover everything from nutrition and training to mental toughness and teamwork. It's a podcast you can listen to together with your kids so everyone can benefit. Follow Next Pitch on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Summer adventure awaits in a rugged new Honda. It's time to chase the sun wherever it takes you. With impressive Honda capability and exciting performance. Check out the Passport, Pilot, Ridgeline, or CR-V during the Honda Summer event.
See dealer for financing details.
Hey, it's Lucas Giolito. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Giolito back to the mound for the top of the second inning. Otto Lopez Right-handed hitter to lead it off. He's got 11 homers and 56 driven in. Pitch to him is lined into center field. Back into his right is Cedon, and he is so smooth out there on the gallop. Makes the play. He should be there every day. I understand the roster. Brilliant grab, and there's one away.
And that's one of those plays that was really difficult and that he made look easy. You know, read it immediately, took a great line to it, had to retreat, made an over-the-shoulder backhanded catch. Kind of like Tavon White or some of those guys from the past who are just so smooth, you don't really appreciate what a tough play it was.
No doubt about that. Here's Jacob Marcy, left-handed hitter. Bregman comes in at third. Pitch just inside. Arbella Insurance Foundation, dedicated to striking out cancer by supporting the Jimmy Fund. We'll have the telethon Monday and Tuesday. Always such a wonderful couple days. Every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher this year, $50 donated to the Jimmy Fund. 1-0 to Marcy. Big swing and a miss at a changeup. And it is 1-1. Alex Cora is adamant that no matter how many or how few games in center Rafaela plays down the stretch, he should win the Gold Glove out there. And I think it's a compelling argument. 1-1. Line drive down the right field line. Fair ball. Abreu races over to his left. He will play it off the short wall, come up throwing, but it's a little wide and tardy. Bregman backs up Story there. It's a double for Marcy, the Marlins' second of the game.
They're making some good contact. That was more of a looping line drive down the right field line, but the double by Stowers was well struck. The line drive out by Lopez to start this inning was as well. They're very high on Marcy. Just his 15th major league, 15th game this season. And he already has 7 doubles. He's hitting right around 400 with that hit.
Eric Wagaman now is really scuffled at the plate. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Slider. And it is 0-1. Devon White. You probably called some lovely fly balls that he caught in those couple World Series.
Oh, yeah. Just so graceful.
I think it's a very good comp. The 0-1 is a comebacker past Giolito. Romy's got to hurry, and he does. He gloves and throws to first. Wagaman not running well at all down the line, so he is gone. 2 down with Marcy now over at third. And here's Graham Pauley. Red Sox, the infield plays this left-hander to pull, and he swings at the first pitch fastball and fouls it right back. 0-1.
Healthy cut by Pauley.
Must be a CBS Sunday Morning fan, wouldn't you think?
He could be.
I mean, Jane hosts it, so Pauley for Pauley.
Oh, see, I knew there was probably a Jane Pauley. I didn't know she hosts that.
0-1 is a ground ball up the middle. Trevor Story's got it. Throws to first. And
I'm more of an ABC person these days.
Well, when their trumpet sounds again, we'll be back for the bottom of the second inning. No score. Red Sox and the Marlins in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Attention skilled tradespeople and sales pros. Are you ready to join a team where your hard work is valued and your career can thrive? Gem Plumbing and Heating has 2 new branch offices in Massachusetts and is hiring. We're looking for HVAC, plumbing, electrical, drain, and sales professionals who are ready to take their careers to the next level. Enjoy competitive pay, benefits, and a supportive team environment. Plus, we're offering attractive sign-on bonuses. Don't wait. To join our growing team, apply at AskGem.com today.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, Boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It's the final weeks to enter the Shaws and Star Market Grand Slam Summer Sweepstakes. Your last chance to win a Boston sports experience and a $500 Shaws gift card. Trevor Story leads off against Alcantara, and he takes a first pitch curveball for strike one. Spend 50, get your code, and enter GrandSlamSummerSweeps.com. Story has the most at-bats of any Red Sox hitter against this guy, and he pops this one into shallow left field. Coming on is Stowers. It's that twilight sky. He reaches up, no problem, makes the grab, one down.
That's a good observation, because it is that time of the night when it can be a little bit difficult for the fielders to pick up balls hit in the air, and it did look for just a second like Stowers might be struggling to locate it.
Isn't it amazing? These baseball seasons, I mean, Bart Giamatti was definitely onto something. They go so long that they do mark the passage of time and seasons, and this is the time of the year where you very much want to still be in it. Here's Abreu, who takes strike on the outside corner. When the sun is setting earlier and earlier in the second and third innings, if you're in the playoff race, there's nothing like it.
A little touch of fall in the air tonight, although it's supposed to be hot again.
0-1 is a chopper to first, and it's handled by Wagaman. And very quickly, two down. I'll never complain about heat. Can't have it both ways.
I like this.
Yeah, of course. You're good with the 70s?
I'm good with the 70s. You had the variety on the trip you just completed. San Diego, usually like this time of the year, and then Houston, about as swampy as it can possibly be in the summer.
And it was. Get you caught up on the Subaru of New England scoreboard in just a moment. Some big series all over the place. Texas is in Toronto. That's a kind of a win-win for the Red Sox. Here, Romy takes a strike on the outside corner. Pirates went into Wrigley, beat the Cubs 3-2. The Cubs are in a huge rut, and because of that loss, they're now tied at this moment with the Reds for the final wild card. Cincinnati leads 5-1 in their game as Romy fouls a changeup back. It's 0-2.
They're hosting Milwaukee. Tonight are the Reds.
The Yankees are going to be in St. Louis in about 30 minutes or so.
By the way, how about the Brewers' 12-game winning streak? Nobody saw that coming. They're 76-44.
0-2 is strike three called. Alcantara looks great so far. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. No score after a quick two. On the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
I'm Jordan Robinson, host of the new podcast, The Women's Hoop Show. Each episode, I'll be joined by a rotating group of women's basketball experts to talk WNBA, college hoops, the new Unrivaled League, and the shifting landscape of the sport. The game is growing, and so are we. Listen to and follow the Women's Hoop Show and Odyssey podcast, available now for free on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Yeah, I'll let you get back to your food.
So are you just going to watch me eat?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
Take Boston sports with you wherever you go. Download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Bring your Irish pride to Fenway for our Irish celebration this Saturday, August 17th. Get a special ticket and score an exclusive Red Sox rugby shirt as we go to the third inning. Man, with a lot of that pride, here's Sean McDonough.
Absolutely. I didn't know that was coming this weekend. Lucas Giolito throws a fastball for strike one to Dane Myers, their number 9 hitter, right fielder, whose average has been plummeting down to 238. 5 homers, 26 runs batted in. It's a pop-up off the end of the bat off a slider from Giolito. It's coming down right near the second base bag into the glove of the second baseman, Romy Gonzalez. So a quick out to start the third in this scoreless game. The Herb Chambers batting order for the Miami Marlins, sponsored by Herb Chambers Ford of Braintree and Ford of Westboro. Top of the order now, Xavier Edwards and then Kyle Stowers. Edwards led off the ball game with a ground ball to short. Lucas Giolito pitching very well here at Fenway again tonight. He throws a breaking ball low. His last 4 starts at Fenway, he's 4-0 with an ERA of 0.33. The Red Sox have been a very good home team. They're 39-22 at home. 7 games under on the road, trying to take advantage of the home cooking on this homestand. A fastball high to Edwards. And it's 2-0. Lucas has given up 2 hits, a 1-out double in each of the first 2 innings. And he pitched around the difficulty. Bregman's in on the edge of the grass at third. Outfield plays Edwards to pull in the relatively shallow. Story, the shortstop, shades the middle. The pitch hit hard to right field. Abreu started in, now back, and it's over his head. Misjudged it for just a moment, and it's all the way to the wall. Thrown back in by Willier, but it's another 1-out double. The 3rd straight inning they've had a 2-bagger, and that was a hard hit ball. Abreu had to make that decision in an instant, and he froze just long enough that it got over his head. So Edwards with excellent speed at second base here in a scoreless game in the third. Third inning brought to you by Citgo. Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. 20 doubles this year for Xavier Edwards. And the batter's Kyle Stowers. He had a ringing 1-hop double off the wall in front of the Red Sox bullpen back in the first. Giolito steps off. Not much of a breeze in the ballpark. What little there is blowing in from right. One of the reasons it's cool here in the hub tonight. The breeze coming from the water. Breaking ball outside. Stowers an all-star for the first time this season, and deservedly so. 25 homers, 72 runs batted in. Giolito comes set at the belt and throws low. Handled out of the dirt by Narvaez. The 25 homers for Stowers, tied for 9th in the National League. He's 6th in slugging, 5th in OPS in the senior circuit. Giolito eyes the runner, comes to the plate, and there's a well-hit ball to left center field. Duran retreating back at the wall. It's high off the wall, played by Rafaela. It's another double. Edwards scores from second, a stand-up double for Stowers, and a 1-0 Miami lead. And they've made some loud contact here in the first 3 innings against Giolito. 4 hits, all doubles for Miami. 2 tonight for Stowers, 21 for him now.
Yep, that was a changeup that just sat right there, and Stowers did a nice job staying back. You're not kidding. Loud contact all over the place.
So Stowers at second, still just 1 out. And the batter is Agustin Ramirez, who swings and misses at a high fastball. Big right-handed hitter, catcher, with power, as Will mentioned earlier. He came over from the Yankees last year at the trade deadline with a couple of others in the trade that sent Jazz Chisholm to New York. A pitch inside. Yankees must have had a million catchers in their organization. Carlos Narvaez, of course, now with the Red Sox. He was in the Yankee system up until the end of last year. Swing at a changeup and a foul back to the screen.
Yeah, I mean, talking to Aaron Boone and even Alex Cora and others, they think the Yankees have this catching development thing figured out. They must love J.C. Escarra because, I mean, these two guys standing next to each other right here at Fenway Park have both been great.
That foul ball grazed the right thigh of Narvaez, so the umpire gave him a little extra time here. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball high and away to Ramirez with Liam Hicks on deck. Short lead from second for Stowers, and the pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt, down and away. Agustin Ramirez facing the Red Sox for the first time in his career. He's just 23 years old. He'll be 24 on September 10th. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. And another off-speed pitch, a slider away. And that's the second out here in the third inning. Miami leads 1-0. Time for the New England Chevy dealers question of the day. Together we drive. The batter is Liam Hicks, who struck out swinging to end the first. And he takes a strike, breaking ball in the outside corner. The question of the night is which of these players would have the biggest impact if they join or rejoin the team down the stretch. Marcelo Meyer, Justin Slayton, Christian Campbell are among the choices. The pitch. Fly ball to left, pretty well hit. Duran retreating back in front of the wall, reaches up and makes the catch. They're making loud contact, but for the moment, just one run across for Miami. Middle of the third at Fenway. The Marlins won, the Red Sox nothing on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
We're right back to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Sean McDonough, Will Fleming at Fenway Park. We hope your weekend's off to a great start. This glorious night around New England, 1-0 Miami. Red Sox batting in the bottom of the third, and Sandy Alcantara throws a fastball taken for strike one by Abraham Toro. Switch hitter playing first base tonight, hitting .249. 7 homers, 26 runs batted in, leading off in the Herb Chambers batting order. He takes a breaking ball low. Alcantara's retired all 6 men he's faced, and he's thrown just 22 pitches, 18 of them strikes. That was just the 4th ball he's thrown. And now he rocks and fires a 1-1 pitch, swinging a foul off the end of the bat back to the backstop. 1-2 on Toro. Rafaela and Narvaez to follow. Toro is the 7th batter in the Red Sox order. Sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to injury attorney for more than 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, you got to get Glassman a ball inside. Call all 7-617-777-7777. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Toro. Pronounced shift in the infield with the shortstop Lopez almost behind the bag. It's a bounding ball on the right side, handled on 2 hops by Eric Wagaman, the first baseman, who steps on first to retire Toro. And so far, Alcantara is mowing down the Red Sox. Looking for a warm, vibrant community for mom or dad? River Spring Living truly feels like home. Schedule a tour today at riverspringliving.org. One out, the base is empty. We're in the home half of the third here at Fenway. 1-0 Miami in the first game of this series. Fastball taken for strike 1 by Cedon Rafaela. Playing center field tonight. .259 hitter. 14 homers, 52 runs batted in. Slightly open stance. The pitch. He jammed him, and it's a little weak pop up back in our direction. 0-2. The count on Rafaela. This is a 3-game series, 3 different starting times throughout this weekend. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss at a fastball. Blew him away at 99 miles per hour. 8 up and 8 down for the Red Sox. Tomorrow it's a 4:10 first pitch with Brian Bayo against the right-hander Cal Quantrill. And then on Sunday, 1:35, the opening pitch, Garrett Crochet. They're trying to bounce back from a rare bat outing against the right-hander Jansen Junk. Here's Carlos Narvaez, number 9 hitter. Hitting .250, 10 homers, 36 runs batted in. Bats from the right side with an open stance. It takes the fastball just outside.
That's not a good name for a pitcher. Junk?
Maybe it's pronounced Junk.
Could be. It's like the reliever, Scott Blewett.
Yes, he could be Jansen Junk for all we know. We'll check on that between now and Sunday. Breaking ball in. We did have to go through, as it's 1-1 on Narvaez, almost the entire roster with our friends, the Marlins broadcasters, because we didn't know much about any of these people. 1-1 pitch, runs inside.
And again, they've had a pleasantly surprising season, but it is not a group of guys.
No.
They're well known.
Managed by Clayton McCullough, most recently the Dodgers first base coach. Here comes a 2-1 from Alcantara. It's a changeup low. 3 balls and a strike. If Narvaez could extend the inning, the top of the order would come back around. Roman Anthony standing on deck. Alcantara wears the number 22. His 3-1 pitch is a chopper foul off the plate. Marlins in black uniform tops tonight with black hats and gray pants. White names and numbers on the back and white letters Marlins across the front. 1-0 Miami here in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, the base is empty. A 3-2 pitch. Bounding ball up the middle to his left, the shortstop Lopez. Sidearm throw gets Narvaez. And the Red Sox still have not had a base runner through 3. After 3, 1-0 Miami on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
The march to spring training and opening day is upon us. Rob Bradford from Baseballs and Boring here, and we'll have you covered every single day with podcasts that aim to educate, entertain, and inform you as a baseball fan. Follow Baseballs and Boring in the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
Jones and Keefe.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, providing first aid here at Fenway and supporting Red Sox scholars. Learn more at bidmc.org. Sean McDonough, Will Fleming on a gorgeous night at Fenway Park. First of a 3-game series. The Red Sox and the Marlins, and Miami bats with a 1-0 lead in the 4th against Lucas Giolito. Their batting orders sponsored by Herb Chambers Chevrolet of Danvers. Otto Lopez leads off, their number 5 hitter tonight. Right-handed swinger takes a fastball for a strike over the outer third. He lined to center, leading off the 2nd inning, one of several hard-hit balls tonight for the Marlins. They have 4 hits, all doubles. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball away. And it could be worse for Lucas. Miami's left 3 men on base, all of them in scoring position. All of the doubles came with 1 out. The 0-2 pitch to Lopez. Breaking ball, not close. Bounced in the left-handed hitter's batter's box. Hasn't had a sharp breaking ball tonight. Lucas, a big man, 6'7". They list him at 275 pounds. 31 years old, from the Los Angeles area. Still lives there in Santa Monica. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That was a good breaking ball, down and away. And Lopez fans, let's pause for station identification along the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
1 out, the base is empty in the Marlins' 4th. Jacob Marcy is the batter, and he takes a strike. Breaking ball in the outside corner. Bregman in on the grass at 3rd. The shortstop Story up the middle. The outfield plays this left-handed batter to pull. 15 major league games. Marcy with a hit the first time up tonight, hitting .409. He hits a smash up the middle past Giolito. Story positioned perfectly, fielded and threw him out.
Giolito almost thought about trying to kick save that thing. Very glad he did not.
No,
do
that would not have been good. He kind of swings his legs around at the end of his delivery anyway. Kind of fidgety, if that's the appropriate word. 2 outs, 1-0 Miami here in the 4th. The bases are empty. Giolito's at 47 pitches. He fires, and it's sent back to the screen by Eric Wagaman. Right-handed hitter. Wagaman's another rookie. There's the number 33 deep in the batter's box. Breaking ball high. A ball and a strike. Wild start to that game in Cincinnati tonight between the Reds and Milwaukee. 8-5 Cincinnati in the third. Breaking ball. It's a high strike. Belt high. Top of the strike zone. Now where Lucas meant to throw it. It's a good thing Wagaman took it.
It's now actually 8-6. I mean, the Brewers are unreal. That was an 8-1 game, and they put up 5 in the third inning.
They are a fun team to watch. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball outside. Managed by Pat Murphy, colorful character, great guy. I've gotten to know him over the years. He's a long-time college coach. Worked with him a few times when I was doing the College World Series back in the old days. And just a good man. And obviously doing a terrific job. From a great family up in beautiful Syracuse, New York. Giolito throws a 2-2 pitch. Check swing and a foul ball back to the screen.
We went in there in May. They had a good record. And one of those clubs you kind of, now baseball has seen them and knows them. But I had no idea what the Red Sox were getting into. It was so impressive the way that they play defense and run and get big hits.
And pitch. And there's a high chopper up the middle. Could be a problem. Backhanded by Romy behind the second base bag, but no chance to make a play. He was well onto the outfield grass. The ball actually popped out of his glove. So it's a hit for Wagaman. Their first single. Their 5th hit of the night. They have a 2-out base runner here in the 4th.
Well, what you said is the most important thing, and that is the pitching. I mean, they got a lot of aces on that staff. They had the young kid Mizorowski, but Peralta pitches like one. Woodruff does.
It's not a fluke. Short lead for Wagaman. The first pitch to Graham Pauley, a slice foul out of play to the left. Left-handed hitter is Pauley, their number 8 hitter, third baseman, grounded to short to end the second inning. Giolito would like him to end the 4th. The pause in the pitch, and it's a fastball up and away. Red Sox start the night 5 games behind Toronto in the American League East. The Blue Jays trail Texas 3-0 in the second inning in beautiful downtown Toronto. Swinging a pop foul out of play again to the left into the roof box seats.
I was watching the end of their game yesterday. The Cubs were in there. They had the roof open on a day game. There were 45,000 people there.
It's great to see. It reminds you of the old days back when they had great teams, those back-to-back World Series championship teams in '92 and '93, then known as Sky Dome. It was full just about every night, close to 50,000. Pauley got jammed and rolled one over by their dugout on the third base side.
They thought they would have this long run with Vladdy and Bichette. I mean, the Bautista year, the bat flip, it was rocking in there at that time. But since then, the Blue Jays just have not done anything in the playoffs, and they feel like they might have their best chance in a long time.
They've been thinking in the last few years they had a playoff contending team. Swing and a miss. At a high fastball. Pauley strikes out. And the Marlins strand another. They've left 4. Middle of the 4th inning on a gorgeous night in the hub of the universe. 1-0 Miami on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A scorcher of a day is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Sex, murder, the magic of the movies. You must remember this is a podcast about the secret and forgotten histories of 20th century Hollywood. Follow and listen to You Must Remember This on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Summer's here, and it's time to bring the heat in a new Honda. Head out on an unforgettable adventure. Or take a sporty sedan for a spin. All while driving with confidence. Check out the Civic, Accord, or HR-V during the Honda Summer Event.
See dealer for financing details.
Hi, this is Roman Anthony. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Roman Anthony begins the Red Sox fourth. Top of the order. The Red Sox haven't had a base runner yet against Sandy Alcantara. Fires a fastball for strike one. 1-0 Miami. Herb Chambers' batting order for the Red Sox is Anthony, Bregman, and Duran. A run on 5 hits for Miami. No runs, no hits for the Red Sox. Swing and a miss. Had a changeup, and Anthony quickly in an 0-2 hole. He struck out against Alcantara in the first inning. Alcantara has fanned 3. The Red Sox have had only 2 balls out of the infield. Flyouts by Duran and Story. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball taken for strike 3. That was right down the middle at 98, and it froze Roman Anthony. The 4th inning bell brought to you by Boston's premier retirement planning specialists and the team at Hackman Wealth Partners with 4 offices around Boston. Alex Bregman, the hitter, grounded to short in the first inning. 1-0 Miami, bottom of the 4th. Alcantara's pitch hit in the air to the left, not deep. Stowers under, makes a one-handed catch. 2 more quick outs for Alcantara here in the 4th inning, which is brought to you by Cars for Kids, the easiest way to get rid of your old car. Donate today. Your car can be picked up tomorrow. Donate now at carsforkids.com. That's Cars with a K. Jarren Duran digging in. Named the Red Sox recipient of the 2025 Major League Baseball Players Association Heart and Hustle Award. Swing and a miss at a pitch down and in. That was presented to him on the field before the game. He certainly does play with a lot of heart and a great deal of hustle. He flied to left and the first. He hits a chopper on the left side. Lopez, the shortstop, backhands, throws to first, and just did get Duran by a running step. Nice play by Lopez. 12 up and 12 down for the Red Sox. After 4 at Fenway, 1-0 Miami on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Some people follow the rules, but where's the fun in that? I'm Saraya, and this is Rule Breakers, the podcast where we celebrate the rebels, the risk takers, and the ones who make their own way. Every week, I sit down with the boldest voices in sports, entertainment, and beyond to talk about breaking barriers, defying expectations, and rewriting the rules. No limits, no apologies, just real talk. Follow and listen to Rule Breakers with Saraya, an Odyssey podcast available now for free on the Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Morning decisions. A creamy mocha frappuccino drink? A sweet vanilla? Maybe a smooth caramel? Or that white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Start your day with bottled Starbucks Frappuccino drinks. Pick up a bottle near you wherever you buy your groceries.
I don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I saw you from across the cafe, and you're the Geico Gecko, right?
In the flesh.
Oh, my goodness. This is huge to finally meet you. I love Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Well, that's how Geico gets 97% customer satisfaction.
Anyway, that's all. Enjoy the rest of your food.
No worries. So are you just going to watch me eat?
Oh, sorry. Just a little starstruck. I'll be on my way.
If you're going to stick around, just pull up a chair.
You're the best.
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
You're listening to live play-by-play action of the Boston Red Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Lucas Giolito back to the mound for the top of the 5th. We're flying along, and the Marlins have gotten a great start from Sandy Alcantara. Giolito not been razor sharp, although he had a very good 4th inning. Only one run across as Dane Myers digs in, tries to stop his swing on a slider and cannot. And it is 0-1. Skies darkening, sit-go sign fully illuminated. 0-1 to Myers. Giolito pitches. Swing and a miss. So you're not getting cheated, these Marlins. That was a massive swing at a fastball. Well missed, and it's 0-2. Red Sox do not have a base runner through 4 innings. 0-2. Shot foul. First base side into the club level. So it stays 0-2. We'll track that Brewers comeback as the evening continues. So too, of course, the Blue Jays with the Rangers as Giolito fires strike 3 on the outside corner, a slider. And there's one away. But Giolito has found something now. It's 5 strikeouts, including 3 of the last 5 hitters. So now with 1 down, here's a guy who's given him fits, Xavier Edwards. He doubled and scored the only run in the game back in the 3rd. He's got a 10-game hitting streak. And just about the hottest hitter in the National League. 1 down, base is clear. Pitch is down and in. Code word of the game is wild pitch. Wild pitch. Make sure to enter your code word in the member portal today to claim your points. Bregman again in at 3rd. Rest of the infield backed up and over to pull. 1-0. Change up, reached for and skied high and foul down the right field line. In the seats. That levels things 1-1. Kyle Higashioka hit a 3-run homer early. The Rangers, they lead in Toronto 3-0. Subaru New England scoreboard. A lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 1-1 pitch is a little bit low. Fastball. And it is 2-1. Sox 14-2 in their last 16 here at Fenway. But not much going so far. 2-1. Line shot into the gap in right center field, but over to his right is Abreu. That one hung up just a little bit. It's a good thing. Good coverage there from William. 2 down for Kyle Stowers. Find your Subaru to love at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Here's Stowers. 2 down, bases clear. Giolito throws. And Stowers takes a fastball up and away for ball 1. And this place is absolutely jam-packed. It's the 12th straight sellout here at Fenway Park. Most in a row since 2018, the 1-0. Fouled off, and we're expecting 2 more the rest of this weekend. Just hoping to give this capacity crowd something to cheer for. Sandy Alcantara has other ideas. One and one. Giolito winds his 69th pitch. He has a strike. Beauty, fastball in the corner, 94 miles an hour. And it is 1-2. Two down, top 5. Even with the sun set, it is still just glorious right now at Fenway. Kind of nights you snap and store away in your memory as a fastball misses high to Stowers. 2-2. 110th pitch of the game, brought to you by 110 Grill. Gluten-free dining done right.
Again, right off the top of your head.
Well, that one's pretty short and easy.
Those places are awesome, those 110 Grills.
They are.
More than 30 locations.
2-2 misses down and in. The count is full.
But to your point about the weather, Bruins longtime legendary executive Nate Greenberg is here with his grandson Ben Walsh.
Yeah.
He's a budding football star on his way to college football after a prep year. And they're sitting down the stands. He just came by to say hi. They said it just could not be nicer to be at the ballpark.
I believe it. 3-2 misses high with a fastball. So that's a 2-out walk. That's playing with a little bit of fire. Even though Giolito has handled Agustin Ramirez, he's their most dangerous power slugger of late. So now he bats with 1 on and 2 out, with the Marlins leading it 1-0. That's his first walk issued tonight after 4 in a row. And a very damaging inning in San Diego last time out. Here's Ramirez, and he takes a fastball outside for ball 1. And I think a very good time for Carlos Narvaez to pay him a visit. I mean, the truth is, you can understand Giolito being a little careful with Stowers, because twice he totally squared it up against him.
Race hit the ball hard both times. They've had runners in every inning, have the Marlins. The Red Sox still looking for their first base runner. They've gone 12 up and 12 down against Sandy Alcantara through 4.
He looks like the Cy Young winner right now.
He really does. Guy came in with an ERA of well over 6, and worse than that on the road. Looks like the Red Sox are going to get bullpen action started here.
Alex Cora got on the phone, 1-0. Giolito at the belt. Fires on a hard ground ball to third, backhanded beautifully by Bregman. He throws across the diamond in time, and the inning is over. No harm, no foul. The Marlins leave yet another man on base, 1 in each inning. Red Sox got to find a way. 1-0 Marlins. Story, Abreu, and Romy when we come back in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
If your job at a healthcare facility includes disinfecting against viruses, you know prevention is the best medicine. And maintaining healthy spaces starts with a healthy cleaning routine. Grainger's world-class supply chain helps ensure you have the quality products you need when you need them. From disinfectants and cleaning supplies to personal protective equipment, so you can help deliver a clean bill of health. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week, I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docuseries, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Art, Fitzy, and Johnson.
Weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Trevor Story to lead it off for the Red Sox as we go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Desperate for any offense.
When we spoke with the Marlins broadcast for the game, they said the big problem Alcantara's had is he'll pitch well for a while, but then it's one really bad inning.
Maybe will it into existence this inning right here. Pitch to Trevor is a beauty. I mean, this guy has just been dotting it up in a way that the very best pitchers in the sport do. That was a perfect curveball, and it's 0-1. Marlins backed up on the dirt. Story 2 homers shy of 20. The 0-1 outside. Changeup that missed. You know, in the first inning, Sean, I thought Alcantara, I mean, there was some good stuff, but he also had some really wild misses. In the 3 cents, not so.
No, he's been pounding the strike zone. 79% of his pitches strikes, 33 out of 42.
1-1 to Trevor. His swung on and missed. Changeup. That one had nasty movement down beneath the bat. And it is 1-2. These fans, as they so often have this summer, trying to will the Red Sox to get something going. Trevor calls for time. Tonight, Trevor does not have a personalized bat. I'm sure the rest of the weekend he will. Williard does. He's on deck. 1-2. Trevor takes outside. In fact, Abreu has got a navy blue bat with 3 emojis on him. And one of them is his older son, Williard Jr., and the others 2 are for his newborn twins. Maybe they'll power him in his next at-bat. 2-2 to Trevor Story, the pitch. His line drive on the ground, actually, into right field. And the Red Sox have their first hit. That's a great start. And now the Red Sox will have a chance to see Alcantara for the first time out of the stretch. What a great approach that was from Trevor. Abreu with a soft ground ball to first, his first time. Trevor Story 20 for 20 in steals, and he's got a huge lead, not going. Williard takes a strike. I think he was trying to give him a pitch to run on. We talked about it in the open, Sean. Alcantara is very slow to the plate, and they've not controlled the running game at all. He and Ramirez.
Generally, when runners get on base against this battery, they don't take long to get moving.
Trevor almost had like a running start and then stopped at the last minute. 0-1. Bigger lead now. Not going, and Williard takes another strike. Wow. That looks to me that Story was looking for something in the delivery of Alcantara that maybe he saw on tape or in the advanced report, and he didn't see it, so he went back to the bag.
And then Abreu calls time after getting quickly in the hole here. Doubt you'd run on an 0-2 pitch.
Abreu waits, so does Alcantara. Trevor with a long set, doesn't go, and Abreu fouls it off. He got a fastball at the bottom of the zone, but spoiled it back, and it's 0-2. That was a swing that came from a man who looks like he's got intentions to do more than just get a base hit in this spot. Major damage. 0-2. Story leads again. He runs and stops, and Abreu swings and misses at a slider that hung at the top of the zone. It's interesting that Trevor did not go at all in that at-bat. A big strikeout for Alcantara, his 5th. And here now, Romy Gonzalez.
He looks tonight like the guy who won the Cy Young Award in 2022. This season, he came into tonight with one of the worst earned run averages in baseball, particularly bad on the road.
Nearly 9 runs per game away from home as Story is chased back with a throw. A couple good friends from Providence, Rhode Island. Paul Heron and his son Henry in the booth with us now. Henry has become a devout Red Sox fan.
He's watching with great intensity, hoping for a big hit here from Romy.
Here's a swing and a miss by Gonzalez at a curveball, and it's 0-1. He went away to summer camp, did Henry, and his dad Paul, who's a professor at Providence College, every single day would send him a postcard with the recap of that previous night's Red Sox game. 0-1 to Romy. Story's got to go at some point. Huge lead. And he runs. The pitch is a strike. The throw to second. Not in time. Head first slide. Story does have his 21st steal. It was a strike to Romy, so it's 0-2, but a runner in scoring position.
Well, if you're ever going to throw a runner out, that was the pitch. It was a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. That is the franchise record for Trevor Story now with 21 steals on 21 attempts to start the season. Most ever to start a season without being thrown out in Red Sox history.
0-2 to Romy. Alcantara throws. Romy swings and skies one down the right field line toward the pole, past the tarp, into the corner, and foul. Into the seats, about 15 feet shy of the pesky pole, and 2 rows into the stands. So he stays alive. 0-2.
You could hear the crowd. They're cheering as the ball just barely did get out of play. So the right fielder Dane Myers went all the way over that sidewall but couldn't catch it, so another chance for Gonzalez.
In these 2 strike spots, Romy does have a very intentional opposite field approach. Just looking to shoot one through that hole. 0-2. Here's the pitch, and Romy takes a ball. Changeup. Pretty good take there in that spot, and it's 1-2.
Boxed around by the catcher Ramirez as well.
Definitely a bat first catcher. And it's a good bat.
Very good.
1-2 to Romy. Story at second is the tying run in this fifth. Alcantara is ready. Long look, and he throws. Romy swings and misses. He's gone on a curveball. I mean, it's just been a masterclass from Alcantara. His 6th strikeout. And now with 2 down, it falls to Abraham Toro.
I mean, he came into tonight, Alcantara, on the road in 10 starts this year, 2-6, with an 8.87 ERA. And the Red Sox have one opposite field ground ball single tonight, and that's it.
And I think it's been more him than the Red Sox.
100%. He's been sharp.
Here's Toro, who swings and fouls a slider off his back foot. And it's 0-1. Toro's got the pants at the knees and the City Connect socks showing. And they have a very cool feature up the shin, 310, which is, of course, the distance out to that monster, at least allegedly. They won't let anybody actually walk it off down there. 0-1. Hit would likely tie the game. Pitch is a line drive caught at third on a leap by the Marlins third baseman Pauly, and the inning is over. That's about the loudest contact of the night for the Red Sox, but a great play by Pauly, and it ends the 5th inning. Contra rolling along. No, it's 1-0 Marlins in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
It's the 6th inning. Lucas Giolito throws ball 1. Fastball that just missed, apparently outside. Liam Hicks, their cleanup hitter and designated hitter. Miami batting with a 1-0 lead. They've had a base runner in every inning against Giolito, but just the 1 run. Lucas missed low with the changeup. The Marlins batting order here in the 6th, brought to us by Herb Chambers Mini of Boston. Hicks, Lopez, and Marcy. The middle third against the big right-hander who comes forward with the 2-0 fastball taken for a strike.
I did not do my job in those innings. Too caught up in the rally. That means that because Lopez is on deck, he's brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com.
Let's try to clean it up a little bit here. Yeah, you have these things memorized, so just it's hard with the pitch clock to get.
Sometimes it is.
Get all the drops in. There's another well-hit ball from Miami. Hicks sends one to deep center. Rafaela back to the wall. It's over his head and off the wall on the fly, and it's going to be another double for the Marlins. Another shot hit the center field wall in the fly just to the left of dead straightaway center field. Miami has 6 hits now, and 5 of them have been doubles.
Cedon believes he can make every play, which you can understand because he mostly does. He got a little too close to the wall and then made a very nifty play on the carom to kind of knock it down with his bare right hand.
So for all their base runners, this is the first time that Miami's had the lead man on. Red Sox expect a bunt. Instead, it's a swing and a line drive to right by Lopez, caught by Abreu. It's another well-hit ball. This one to the opposite field by Otto Lopez, and it's caught by Abreu for the first out. He came running in to catch it before it sank to the grass. One out, and Liam Hicks is still at second base. They tried Lopez to get the ball to the right side and advance the runner, but he hit it too hard in the air. So one out here in the top of the sixth. Miami on top 1-0. They've out-hit the Sox 6-1. Neither team has made an error. The batter is Jacob Marcy, who takes a strike. Fastball at the knees. Jacob spelled with a K, J-A-K-O-B, and his last name is Marcy, M-A-R-S-E-E. Been up for about 2.5 weeks. He takes a strike. 0-2. Marcy is doubled and grounded out. They got him in the trade last year that sent Luis Ariz to the San Diego Padres. And they're very pleased with their return in Jacob Marcy. Takes the fastball high.
I can appreciate that. This kid may turn out to be a really good player. I'd be very pleased to have Luis Ariz.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you want a guy who's on base all the time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Hicks leads from second, a short lead. Story's not far behind him. The pitch fisted over the second base bag, fielded by Story on a hop. He throws to first for the out. And on to third goes Hicks with 2 down. Miami leading 1-0 in the 6th inning. I chastised you, but way back in my earlier play-by-play innings, I did not get in the league leaders and who's circling the drain, presented by Drains by James.
See?
Garrett Crochet is the league leader in wins with 13. He'll pitch for the Red Sox here on Sunday in the series finale. Breaking ball strike taken by Eric Wagman. Drains by James, Eastern Mass's leader in residential commercial drain cleaning and pipelining at drainsbyjames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. Wagaman had an infield hit last time. He's 1 for 2. He takes a breaking ball in the dirt and a good block by Narvaez with Hicks the runner at third. Their third base coach is Blake Lally. Tyler Smarslock is the first base coach for the Marlins. All new coaching staff under first-year manager Clayton McCullough. Giolito working out of the stretch. Pauses and pitches. And a good off-speed slider. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Lucas has been dodging the damage all night long. They have just the 1 run, despite the fact they've had base runners in every inning. Trying to get the Marlins to strand their 6th. The pitch. Chopper up the middle to his left. Story has it. Bobbles for a moment, but still plenty of time to throw out Wagaman. Feels like the Red Sox should be in much worse shape than they are, but still just 1-0 Miami in the middle of the 6th on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
The Christian Arcand Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
1-0 Miami, bottom of the 6th. The Herb Chambers batting order for the Red Sox is 8-9-1. Rafael and Narvaez and Anthony against Sandy Alcantara. First ball swinging. Rafael lines one into the seats down the left field line. Cedon struck out in the 3rd. Red Sox have had just one base runner, a leadoff ground ball single through the hole on the right side last inning by Trevor Story. Alcantara's pitch is pulled down the 3rd base line, foul, just wide of the bag. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of WEEI and the Boston Red Sox. Lucas Giolito came off the mound at the end of the last half inning, was getting congratulations in the Red Sox dugout. Looked like they were congratulating him on the end of the outing, but there is nobody warming up.
Yeah, maybe no hug means you stay in.
He went briskly down the runway.
Fired up.
Yeah, he was fired up. It's been a rocky ride for him, but he's given up just 1 run. Meanwhile, it's been total cruise control for Alcantara. Swinging a foul ball by Rafaela.
You know, a lot has been made, Sean, of the fact that Giolito in his contract has a clause that says if he goes over 140 innings, it triggers automatically what would be a club option into a mutual option, which means Lucas could elect free agency. And after tonight, he'll be just about 35 innings away from that.
Well, let's hope he gets to that number.
No doubt.
Pitches well and wants to come back. Swinging a foul hit hard past the end of the Marlins dugout on the 3rd base side.
I totally agree. And they're not going to manage games or manage him based on that. They're not.
No, not in a very tight playoff race. Red Sox begin the night in the 2nd of the 3 wild card spots in the American League, 1 game behind Seattle. Game and a half ahead of the Yankees. Breaking balls in the dirt, 1-2. Seattle is at the Mets tonight. New York's lost 13 out of 15, but the Mets lead 6-4 in the 5th inning on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Alcantara holds the glove right up in front of his face, winds and throws a 1-2, and a good foul ball down the right field line. He fought off a fastball, did Cedon.
Yeah, good looking at bat. I mean, he's spoiled a lot of pitches. He's seen 6 in the at bat.
Mentioned the Yankees there in St. Louis and off to a quick 3-0 lead over the Cardinals in the 1st inning. Swing and a fly ball down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. Long run for Stowers, and it's a foul ball into the seats, just barely into the seats. Red Sox are 2 games ahead of Cleveland. Cleveland, the first team out of the American League playoffs. The Guardians are hosting Atlanta tonight, and it's 1-0 Braves in the 6th. Good at bat by Rafaela. This will be the 8th pitch. He's only seen 1 ball. 1-2 pitch, another chopper foul over the Marlins dugout. Kansas City leads Chicago early on. 2nd inning in Kansas City, 1-0. Crowd likes the at bat from Rafaela. They're trying to spur on a hit now. Yeah, swing and another foul ball. Chopped down the third base line. Really good at bat. It'd become a great at bat if he could get on base. Alcantara, 82% of his pitches strikes, 53 out of 65. Another 1-2 pitch, and he struck him out with a changeup. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Rafaela goes down for the second time. Nifty changeup by Alcantara. Texas leads Toronto 3-0. They're in the 5th. Red Sox 5 games behind the Blue Jays in the American League East starting tonight. Texas involved in the wild card race. Breaking ball outside to Narvaez. Carlos, the number 9 hitter, grounded to short to end the 3rd inning. Here it's 1-0 Miami in the 6th. And how about the Brewers? They were down 8-1 early in Cincinnati. It's now 8-8 as they go for their 13th straight win. They're in the 5th inning.
Amazing.
Truly amazing. They're batting in the 5th with 2 men on and 2 outs. Chance to take the lead after going down 8-1. Swing and a foul. Another change up. Little nubber behind the plate. Narvaez in a hole. There's a lot to love about a brand new Subaru. Find yours at SubaruNewEngland.com. Narvaez steps out, just the helmet and the batting gloves.
I love how Roman Anthony, who's had about his 2 jumpiest at-bats of the year consecutively, said enough with the Roman Empire bat. He's back to his old gamer from the road trip.
These bring your own bat things aren't working very well tonight. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball away. Curve ball way outside. Alcantara, one of the best pitchers in Marlins history, making his 162nd start as a Marlin, tied with Dontrelle Willis for 2nd in franchise history. Ricky Velasco, number 1, broken bat bouncer to short. Lopez throws out Narvaez. 2 down here in the 6th. Velasco made 197 starts for the Marlins, the franchise record. Miami up 1-0. 2 outs and the base is empty in the Red Sox 6. They have just 1 base runner to the Bostonians. That single by Story leading off last inning. So here's Anthony, the DH tonight. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. 7 Ks in all for Alcantara. And he starts Anthony with a slider taken at the knees for a strike.
You know, it's interesting. I thought he looked jumpy in his first at-bat, swinging at the first pitch. And DHing is not for everybody.
The pitch, he dropped down a little bit, missed down and in.
You know, he's such a mature hitter. I'm not saying he can never do it, but he just looked different. Now, Alcantara's been good, but maybe young players love to just kind of get out there, move around before they hit.
Swing and a foul over the roof box seats on the third base side. Just 74 pitches for Alcantara. And there is now action in the Red Sox bullpen, so it will be interesting to see if Giolito returns to the mound. 1-0 Miami. They've out-hit the Red Sox 6-1. 1-2 pitch is inside.
Looks like Justin Wilson to me, which would make sense for probably both Edwards and Stowers. Maybe you'd rather flip Edwards around to that right side, and you certainly don't think want to have Giolito face Stowers again.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The bases are empty. They play Anthony to pull in the infield, and he pulls it down the first base line just foul. They have a very interesting outfield alignment. Stowers, the left fielder, toward the line and relatively shallow. Center fielder Marcy well over toward left field, and then the right fielder Myers is shaded toward the line. They give him a ton of room toward the triangle. The 2-2 pitch. There's a breaking ball low. Good take on a curveball. 3-2 now on Anthony.
That is overdoing it. I mean, the whole right center gap is wide open.
Yeah, that's about as wide as you'll ever see the center fielder and right fielder apart. If he could hit it to the 420 mark, he'd run for a very long time. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a pop foul out of play to the left. Well, at least they're making Alcantara drive his pitch count up a little bit. It's still just 78. 61 of them strikes. Alcantara winds and fires, and it's ball 4 low. Another good at bat. He has such great discipline at the plate, a terrific eye. And that's the first walk thrown by Alcantara. The Red Sox have a 2-out base runner, the tying run at first. Here in the home half of the 6th, and here comes Alex Bregman. But first, the catcher, Agustin Ramirez, goes to the mound. And Jose David Flores has some advice for Anthony, who does have 3 stolen bases in 53 major league games. Tonight is 54th. He's been thrown out once. Bregman has bounced to short and flied to left. Roman Anthony just the second Red Sox base runner of the night. He's held at first by Wagaman, who's a step off the bag. Big hole on the right side of the infield, and Bregman takes a breaking ball down and away.
I believe that advice to Roman would have been, do you see the dude who's at the plate? Stay close and don't move.
Bregman, a .297 hitter in his first season in Boston. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Changeup on the inside corner. If Alex could extend the inning, Jarren Duran would hit next. Not much of a lead for Anthony. The pitch down and away. Another changeup. By far the most taxing inning for Sandy Alcantara. It started with that lengthy at bat by Ceddanne Rafaela. Outfield deep, particularly the center fielder Marcy. Alcantara pauses at the belt and pitches. It's a swing and a foul back to the screen on a changeup. 2-2 now.
That's so impressive. You know, after 3 changeups, Bregman was totally geared up for fastball, and Alcantara had the guts to take some off again.
Well, we're told part of his struggle this season has been a lot of curveballs and sliders. Tonight it's been a lot of fastballs and changeups, which is what he threw when he was at his best. The runner goes, line drive down the right field line, fair ball, heading down toward the pole. Anthony's being waved around, and he's going to score on an opposite field double by Alex Bregman. Some great at bats in this inning, and the most recent by Bregman to tie the game at 1. He went with the pitch away and sent it right down the line. The right fielder, Dane Myers, fielded it just about at the base of the pesky pole. They had no chance to get Anthony, who was off on contact with 2 outs. He got waved around by Kyle Hudson. He went sliding across home plate. He didn't need to. There was no relay throw. And the Red Sox have tied it. And now a chance to take the lead as Jarren Duran takes a breaking ball down and in.
That was awesome from Bregman, staying with that curveball. And I can't tell you, Sean, how many times rallies start for the Red Sox with Anthony walks.
It was a 2-out walk when he worked the count. Duran pulls one to right field. Long run for Myers heading toward the pole, and he makes a running catch on the warning track. Jarren hit it pretty hard, but didn't really get all of it. And the out ends the inning, but the Red Sox have tied it. The 2-out walk by Anthony and the double down the right field line by Bregman. After 6, another entertaining night at Fenway Park. Marlins and Sox tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time To throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
To the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
They begin anew, tied at 1. First ball swing. Graham Polley lifts a lazy fly to shallow right. And William Abreu makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. It is Lucas Giolito still out there. He's now thrown 88 pitches. The Herb Chambers batting order for Miami here in the 7th, brought to us by Herb Chambers Pre-Owned Cars and Trucks. Polley, who's now 0 for 3. Myers now, and then the top of the order, and Xavier Edwards. 1-1 the score. The hits are 6-2 in favor of the Fish. Giolito pitches a ball down and away. Myers is 0 for 2, called out on strikes his last time. 1 of 5 Ks for Lucas. They have 6 hits, 5 of them doubles. Giolito's walked 1. His season high pitch count is 108. The pitch taken for a ball, a slider that just missed, 2-0.
Edwards, who has had 2 really good at-bats in a row against Giolito, hits .325 against righties, .266 against lefties. So I really think no matter what, this is Giolito's last hitter.
Another good one. He's been particularly good at home. He throws a good off-speed slider. Out ahead of it was Dane Myers. 2 balls and 1 strike. Milwaukee did not score, and they're still tied at 8 in Cincinnati. Line drive heading toward the gap in left center, cut off on 1 hop by Rafaela. So Myers has a 1-out hit. And we'll keep an eye on Alex Cora, and here he comes. Likely to be making a pitching change. Yeah, and he sends out the call to the bullpen. Pitching change and slow down in action brought to you by Iservay. Very nice outing by Giolito. They hit some hard balls, but he pitched around the damage all night long, and he gets a nice hand as he departs. Many of the fans behind the dugout on their feet. 1-1 the score. We're in the 7th inning at Fenway Park on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
This call to the bullpen gives you a chance to check out all the great Ford SUV offers at buyfordnow.com. You'll find special deals on the award-winning Ford SUV lineup that you won't see advertised anyplace else. Whether you plan to buy from your Ford dealer's inventory or custom order your new SUV, visit buyfordnow.com and see how much you can save. And then see your New England Ford dealers for your new SUV.
Having health insurance is a must-have, and the Massachusetts Health Connector has a power-packed lineup in Connect-to-Care plans that delivers. At the top of the order, lower premiums make bumpy costs affordable. The middle of the lineup is packed with low copays and no deductibles, so you can save money on everything. From an urgent ER trip to managing chronic disease like diabetes and hypertension through no-cost prescriptions. Round out the order access to Connect-to-Care plans now at mahealthconnector.org, and you have a winning team with you and the Massachusetts Health Connector.
Red Sox tied it in the bottom of the 6th on an Alex Bregman 2-out double that brought Roman Anthony around from first. That double means another double for diabetes and $50 to the American Diabetes Association. Brought to you in part by the Massachusetts Health Connector. If you need health insurance, go to mahealthconnector.org and find the right plan for you and your family. Justin Wilson, the lefty, the new pitcher for the Red Sox, in relief of Lucas Giolito. 45th appearance for Justin, 3-1 with a 2.75 ERA over 36 innings. He struck out 41 in those 36. Facing Xavier Edwards, a switch hitter batting right. Runner at first and 1 out. The fastball's up and in. The first offering from Wilson. From the left against Giolito, Edwards went 1 for 3. He doubled and scored their run back in the 3rd when they got back-to-back doubles from Edwards and Stowers. Myers held at first by Toro. Wilson throws, ground ball to second, gobbled up by Gonzalez to Story, on to first. Double play. Close play at first. It wasn't a great throw by Story, but it had just enough on it. 4-6-3, it ends the inning. 7th inning stretch at Fenway Park. Marlins and Red Sox tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
With lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now, back to the play-by-play action.
Pitcher still tonight here at Fenway. Neither starter is going to be involved in the decision. Justin Wilson needed just 2 pitches to end the Marlins half of the 7th. And now Anthony Bender is on in relief of Sandy Alcantara for the Miami Marlins. Trevor Story leads off. Bender, a right-hander, drops down and throws a sweeper on the inside corner for a called strike. That's his primary pitch. He's making his 50th appearance, 3-5 with a 2.25 ERA over 48 innings. The pitch, swing, defensive posture from Story, another sweeper. According to Baseball Savant, Bender ranks first among all pitchers in Major League Baseball in the opponent's average off his sweeper. They hit just 110 against that pitch. And he's thrown 2 good ones to Story to start this at bat. Trevor leading off in the Herb Chambers batting order. Middle third of the Red Sox order. Story, Abreu, and Gonzalez do. Trevor had a ground ball single first time up. Swing and a miss at that sweeper away. And he had some very uncomfortable swings. against Bender. One out. Bottom of the 7th. There's Wilyer Abreu, who was grounded to first and struck out against Alcantara, who's had a rough year, but not tonight. Bender threw a fastball just inside at 96.
Wilyer is hoping he will hang one of those sweepers. He launches that pitch.
The pause, the pitch by Bender. It's a strike. Sweeper on the outside corner, taken by Abreu. Fans trying to get the wave started down the third base line. Sinker outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Alcantara was excellent. 6 innings, allowed just 1 run on 2 hits. Walked 1 and struck out 7. Abreu hits a fly ball to right, not deep. Big swing, but a lazy fly handled by Myers a couple of steps toward the line in right. Alcantara threw 86 pitches, 55 strikes. Final line on Giolito is 6 1/3 innings, 1 run on 7 hits. Walked 1, struck out 5 through 92 pitches, 63 strikes. 2 outs, the bases are clear, and Romy Gonzalez takes a sweeper for strike 1. He struck out twice against Alcantara. Bender works out of the stretch. Where's the number 37? A fastball inside. 7th inning sponsored by Jeffrey Glassman Injury Lawyers, Boston's go-to attorney for 30 years. If you've been hurt in a car or work accident, get Glassman. Call all 7, 617, then all 7s. Breaking ball just outside, 2 balls and a strike. If Romy could keep the inning going, Abraham Toro would hit next. And the wave still making its way around now out in the bleachers. Swing and a foul off the end of the bat that dribbles over by the Red Sox dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty in a 1-1 game in the 7th. In the opener, this 3-game series. And then the Baltimore Orioles come to Fenway, start next week. Swing and a miss at a sweeper away, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Bender with 2 strikeouts. They've played 7. Red Sox and Miami tied at 1 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa! That crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
Ice, energy, energy from Starbucks.
When you want that good afternoon energy, pick up new hydrating Starbucks Iced Energy with plant-based caffeine for a feel-good boost. Available in 3 refreshing fruity flavors: tropical peach, blueberry lemonade, and watermelon twist to give you the delicious taste you've been looking for. Energize your afternoon with new Starbucks Iced Energy. Find it in stores or online today.
More Boston sports opinion, more often. Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Justin Wilson stays in the game for the lefty Kyle Stowers. He's had a good night at the plate, and he drives one into the gap in right center field, but Abreu drifts over to his right. There to make the play. Man, Stowers has drilled the ball 3 times tonight.
Yeah, he's impressive. He's in rockets all over the park. Fortunately, Abreu positioned well to make the catch. Garrett Whitlock warming up in the Red Sox bullpen.
Yeah, and because Wilson got the double play and only faced 1 hitter, he has to face this righty Ramirez. Then you got the lefty Hicks on deck, so he may have the whole inning. We'll see. Here is Ramirez, always dangerous. The pitch is a beauty. Slider for strike 1. Blueberries are now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today. Pick up blueberries by the pint for $1.97 each when you use the digital coupon. 0-1 pitch. Line drive into right, but right at Abreu, who again kind of took a step in, but was able to recover a little hop back. Quickly 2 down. We take 10 seconds for station ID. Shaw's and Star Market, Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Will Fleming, Sean McDonough. Tight game. 1-1 in the top of the 8th inning at Fenway.
If you're a Marlins fan, don't you have to have a bad feeling about this?
Yes,
they've
you
had
do.
rockets all night. They've had base runners all night. Red Sox have had almost no base runners, and yet it's a 1-1 game.
Yeah. Hicks takes a fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1. Yeah, definitely a frustrating night for them. Get to the results of our poll from the New England Chevy dealers question of the day, which was about which guy could come off the injured list and most help the Red Sox, or just come up at all. The 0-1 is in the dirt. Choices were Meyer, Campbell, Slayton, and Tolley.
I think that was easy.
You think Marcelo?
Oh, yeah. I don't think he's coming back. It would be great if he does.
He was out on the field taking ground balls. He hit yesterday, but apparently there was some soreness. 1-1 to Hicks. 2 down, top 8. Pitch. Liner into left center field. Kind of a looper in at the end, and Hicks has a base hit. And the go-ahead run is aboard. We'll see if that means it's Garrett Whitlock time.
It should be.
You got the right-handed hitting Otto Lopez, and it is. Alex is coming out of the dugout. By the way, the bullpen report.
Wait a minute. I want the answer to the poll results.
Right. Meyer was the winner. Was
he
he
won
not?
39%. Slate 31.
I understand that, especially for the defensive alignment and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Slayton would be a huge add for spots just like this.
I agree. Although Whitlock's not too shabby.
No, he's not. He's been unbelievable. Bullpen report brought to you by Interlock Metal Roofing. Never re-roof again. NewEnglandMetalRoofing.com. We'll see whether Tolley and Campbell make it up here. Christian has been better. Tolley gave up 2 homers in the first inning of his first AAA start and then really settled in. There is talk that Tolley and Sandlin could really help the Red Sox bullpen down the stretch. We'll see what Garrett Whitlock can do trying to keep this game tied. 1 on, 2 out in the 8th. Pitching change and slow down in the action brought to you by Iservay. More after this in the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here. Get the best deal on the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. They do more than just get you to your destination. With top-notch capability, they're made for hauling your entire summer bucket list and finishing off your to-do list. Plus, luxurious comfort and tech for every passenger. In these trucks, the joy is truly the journey. Only at your New England Ford dealers. Based on 1977 to 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Garrett Whitlock is on the mound, and he'll see Otto Lopez, who's hit the ball hard 2 times tonight, but has very little to show for it. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end-of-summer sales event to get your new ride. Visit your local store at NissanUSA.com today. Unbelievable. Christian Yelich's homer to put the Brewers ahead 9-8.
Down 8-1. They're having a magical season. It certainly looked like that winning streak was going to end at 12 tonight when they went down 8-1 very early.
Not so much now. The Red Sox have had runs this season that feel like that, where there's just a belief in the dugout almost no matter what happens, although 8-1 is a little different. 2 down, big spot for Whitlock, who's just been phenomenal. Otto Lopez takes a pitch outside for ball 1. 2.77 ERA does not tell the full story of how brilliant Whitlock has been, and especially of late. 1-0. Bregman level with the bag at third. The pitch. Change up, chopped over Alex's head. Into left field. Duran races over. Hicks will hold at second. I mean, Bregman came really far in against the right-handed hitter.
Yeah,
and
he's
it burned
playing
him.
in, which is interesting with 2 outs. I mean, he was even with the bag at third. Not sure why he'd be in that tight. But if he's back another step, he fields it. But it was just a high enough chopper to get over his head.
So unlucky, and now the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jacob Marcy, who has doubled and twice grounded out. Tense moment. 1-1 the score. The pitch. Swing and a foul so late on a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And it is 0-1. He's been phenomenal at home, Whitlock. 1.37 ERA in 22 games.
It hasn't really mattered lefties or righties. Right-handed hitters hitting 204 against him prior to tonight, and left-handed hitters 207.
Pretty good. 0-1. Little looper into left field. Duran over to his left. He's there to make the play. Now the inning is over. A little harrowing, but no harm, no foul. Sweet Caroline time at Fenway. 1-1. Toro, Cedon, and Narvaez after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
You've got taco night on the table. Seasoned meat, warm tortillas, all the fixings. Now reach for a cold, fizzy Pepsi. Suddenly, dinner goes from pretty good to, whoa, that crisp cola snap that elevates every bite. Bold flavor, meet bold taste. Because this isn't just dinner. Food deserves Pepsi.
College holds a mythic place in American culture. On the new Campus Files podcast, we uncover the scandals you won't hear on the campus tours. Find Campus Files on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement. Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
It'd be better if the Red Sox could get a run across here in the bottom of the eighth, but the Marlins have gone to another dependable relief arm. Lake Bacher, an enormous right-hander with long flowing hair, is on to face Abraham Toro. To begin the eighth, the pitch. Toro swings and misses at a nasty sweeper. And that's strike one of the Herb Chambers batting order, brought to you by Herb Chambers Sprinter vans of Somerville and Peabody. 0-1 to Toro, who almost tied the game as last time. A liner caught at third. Here he grounds one hard on the right side, diving stop by Edwards. He, from a knee, throws to first in time, and Toro is robbed. Hard hit. This Marlins defense has been impressive tonight, one down.
Particularly in the middle of the infield. Your Edwards was playing a lot of shortstop for them, but they just didn't feel like he had the throwing arm to play on that side of the infield, so they moved him to second base, and he and Lopez a terrific combination up the middle.
All right, here's Cedon. He's had some big spots in late game moments. Pitch to him is low. Slider. Stay tuned after the game for the Nissan post-game show. Don't let summer slip away. Hurry into the Nissan end of summer sales event to get your new ride. As we said, Christian Arcand will have that for you. 1-0. Popped up. He'd like that pitch back. I mean, that right there is the definition of a hung slider in the middle of the plate. That's a pitch that so often Cedon crushes. He did not there. So 1-1. I thought he gets that again. Pitch is a foul ball. He got a sweeper that was a better pitch, bottom of the zone. 1-2. Red Sox 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. 9-0 for the Marlins. Updated box score brought to you by the Mass State Lottery. Make it the best night ever. Grab your friends, pick your numbers, and celebrate the night with Keno. 1-2 to stay on. Swinging a chopper foul. Another slider. He's seen a ton of spin here. In fact, no fastballs yet in the at-bat. He had that tremendous 12-pitch at-bat last time that ended in a strikeout. Trying to grind one out here.
I think that set the tone for that inning. They made Alcantara work. A lot of deep counts, and they wound up scoring.
1-2 is a high fly ball into shallow center field. Marcy comes on. He's there to make the play. And they're 2 down.
Bakker's an interesting guy. He's out of University of Wisconsin Whitewater, where he pitched on the baseball team, but he was also a punter and kicker on their football team. They've had a terrific football program there at Wisconsin Whitewater for a very long time.
So he probably had made some clutch kicks in the D3 playoffs. Narvaez, the batter, and he takes a strike. Slider on the outside corner. 0-1. Pitch outside. So it levels the count 1-1. 2 down, base is empty. Pitch black skies at Fenway. Anthony on deck. The 1-1 is a check swing. It looked like he went around. He did, according to Alan Porter, the crew chief, and it's 1-2. Bright yellow batting gloves down at the handle, waiting on a 1-2. Here it is, and it's driven foul. First base side out of play. 12-team playoff started last season. They changed it this year, right? It's just the top 4 ranked teams at the end to get the first round buys. It doesn't matter what conference you're in college football.
Yes, yeah. Last year the conference champions got the buys, and that didn't sit well with some of the conferences.
1-2 misses inside.
Yeah, I think the feeling was, okay, it's fine to have Boise State and Arizona State in, but they shouldn't have a bye. And so now it's just, they'll still be the automatic berth in the playoff as the conference champ, but they're just going to seed them 1 through 12, which I think is the right way to go.
Me too. 2-2 to Narvaez is a line drive to second, caught by Edwards.
My goodness.
Just off the turf. They are picking it tonight, these Marlins are. All right, 1-2-3, 8th. And we go to the 9th inning, tied at 1. Aroldis Chapman is coming on for the Red Sox when we return on the Shaws and Star Market, WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
If you work in quality control at a candy factory, you know strict safety regulations come with the job. It's why you partner with Grainger. Grainger helps you find the high-quality and compliant products your business needs to inspect, detect, and help correct issues. And the sweetest part is, everyone gets a product that's as safe to eat as it is delicious. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Your smart speaker to play, 93.7 WEEI. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Aroldis Chapman is going to come on in a tie game. Top 9. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 for the Marlins. He's done this a lot at home. Makes a lot of sense as Eric Wagaman, first hitter, takes a strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-1. Chapman has just been marvelous this year. Last pitch Saturday in San Diego. Been a while. 0-1. Wagaman fouls it off on the first base side. Among pitchers with at least 40 innings, this guy's got the best ERA, the best whip, and the best opponent's average. Tremendous stuff. 0-2. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with a splitter. Good start for Aroldis. One away, and that'll bring up Graham Pauley. It's a sellout. I don't have the exact figure, but it is packed to the gills for the 12th straight time at Fenway. The attendance report brought to you by Crispy Crunchy Chicken. If you're craving some crunch, get it right here at Fenway. One out. Javier Sanoja is going to pinch hit. He's a left-handed warm-up swinger, but he'll bat from the right side. That didn't make a whole lot of sense when I looked down at him batting left, but he was just getting himself ready. One out, base is empty. What an assignment this is to come in cold against Chapman. The pitch fouled off. He was ready to hack, but he got 98 on the hands, and it's 0-1. Chapman does have 3 wins this year, and they're due to settings exactly like this. And it comes in to keep it tied, and the Red Sox walk it off. 0-1. Pitch is a strike. The Marlins have 2 arms up in their bullpen. One of them is Ronnie Henriquez, who's been fabulous. And they told us he only pitches sparingly when the game is tied or with the lead. So I don't know why they'd have 2 up. This would be a spot for him no matter what. 0-2. Chapman throws. And a ground ball towards second. Romy to his left. Gobbles it up. Throws to first. 2 down.
And the reason that they're limiting Enriquez is he's beyond where he's been in the past in terms of innings pitched. So they really want to limit his work the rest of the way. So they're kind of picking and choosing high priority situations.
They also have a lefty up, their only lefty, which would be amazing if they did that just for Roman Anthony. They would invite major trouble after that.
And Josh Simpson is the lefty.
Here's a pitch to Dane Myers. Fastball 99 for strike 1.
Marlins have 10 base runners tonight. The Red Sox have 3. And they made a lot of loud outs, too. I mean, it just feels like they've really dominated the game, but it's 1-1 with 2 outs in the 9th.
0-1, swing and a miss. They're not going to dominate that. Fastball way up and out of the zone. 0-2.
I'd throw him that one again. It was 99 about letter high, and he didn't come close. And he wouldn't come close if they threw him that one again. Not going to catch up to that fastball up there.
Fenway alive. The 0-2 to the backstop. 102-mile-an-hour fastball through the legs of Carlos Narvaez. Wow. Good luck.
Carlos is a lucky man.
You are not kidding.
Because he whiffed on the pitch. And, yeah, it was just low enough.
1-2. Chapman is ready. He throws, and a fastball misses high. 100, and it's 2-2. You do not want Xavier Edwards to come up here. And Chapman doesn't get bothered by much.
Just challenge him with another fastball.
2-2. Pitch is drilled high in the air. Just a pop-up, actually. Shallow left. Story goes back, and he will get there to make the play. He was kind of waiting for Duran to call him off, but didn't matter. He makes the grab. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Do the Red Sox have another Friday Fenway Green walk-off in them? We're going to find out. 1-1, bottom nine next in the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment.
Mountain with lots to do. Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the dew.
That's the sound of James adding long-lasting Gain scent boosters to his laundry this morning. Several hours later, James sniffs the irresistible scent of Gain on his shirt. Gain. Several hours later, James has even caught the attention of his mother-in-law, and she never gives him attention.
Ooh, you smell amazing, James.
Oh, thanks, Mom. I love you too.
I never said that.
Add Gain scent boosters to your laundry. Add joy to your day.
You're listening to the Shaws and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, the Marlins will go to the lefty Josh Simpson, which is very interesting to me. Roman Anthony leads it off. Tie game, bottom nine. The pitch. Roman swings and misses at a fastball just beneath the zone, and it's 0-1. And on the one hand, you do have two lefties, and Anthony and Duran up in this inning, but Bregman between them. And one. Here's the pitch. Roman takes outside, and Roman's got such a keen eye. If he walks, then you face Bregman with a man aboard. By the way, Javier Sanoja stayed in the game at third. I think this is a risky proposition by the Marlins to bring this guy in. 1-1. Pitch to Roman. Inside. 2-1. It just feels a little bit too much like playing to the numbers for me. You got this guy Henriquez who's been so good, and he's just standing in the bullpen. 2-1 to Roman. This guy has 6.11 ERA. Pitch is outside, and it's a huge part of the risk. It's 3-1.
And you know that Roman will be disciplined here. You know, he drew a great walk last time up with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Worked it to a 3-2 count. Took ball 4. Wound up scoring on the Bregman double down the right field line. So he'll be selective and make this guy throw a strike.
3-1. Here's the pitch. Roman takes ball 4 up and in, and the winning run is aboard. Clinical is Anthony. And now here's Bregman. Now they will let Duran hit. They've got Rob Refsnyder available off the bench, but they trust Jaron so much. And who knows, it might be a spot that, God forbid, calls for a bunt. We will see. Bregman trying to do it right here. Anthony at first. Simpson throws. Bregman takes a ball. It's amazing. The Red Sox have 4 walk-off wins at home, and all of them come in these green uniforms on Friday night. Make it 5. 1-0 to Bregman. Here's the pitch. Bregman takes a strike. Slider, very well located, bottom of the zone, and it's 1-1. Bregman tied the game with a double down the right field line his last time. One and one. Pitch. Bregman takes a ball. Slider way up there. And now 2-1 to Bregman.
I agree with the point you made. If you're the Marlins, Enriquez has been a much better pitcher. Why you went to Simpson? Just because there's a lefty starting the inning.
2-1 low with a slider. And now it's 3-1, and Bregman is thinking about Lansdowne because he's got to come in, does Simpson. Three and one, and a throw over to first to just maybe calm his nerves more than anything. With Fenway alive.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they would have Anthony run here. I mean, if it's a ball, it's ball 4. And if it's a strike, Bregman, you could think would make good contact against this pitcher.
3-1 is outside, ball 4. They go to the lefty. He walks the first 2 hitters, and the Red Sox, with nobody out, have the winning run at second base. That is a first guess, not second. I can't believe they didn't go to the high leverage reliever. And now the pitching coach, Daniel Mascus, is going to come on out and talk about what Duran might be thinking.
And Duran just had a visit from third base coach Kyle Hudson, who came all the way down the third base line to the home plate area. Calvin Fauché, a right-hander, is warming up in their bullpen.
Jaron, 1 sacrifice bunt this year. And ordinarily, you would never even think about it. But this is a spot where 1 run wins the game. So if you're able to get it down, then you got the winning run 90 feet away. For Trevor Story, who they would...
I would guess if that happened, they would bring the right-hander in to pitch to Story. They'd probably walk Story. Well, maybe they wouldn't, because then the right-handed pitcher would have to pitch to Abreu.
The wheels are turning.
It'd be interesting to see what they would do.
The Red Sox do trust Duran so much in these spots. He's 0 for 3 with 2 lineouts. Chance to play hero right here. The Marlins are crashing in at the corners for Duran. 2 on, none out. He squares, and he takes a ball outside. Well, that's perfect from Duran. I mean, square early, let it eat if you're going to bunt, but don't give him strikes.
He's thrown 11 pitches, 2 of them are strikes, so you got to make sure he throws a strike.
Anthony, the winning run at second, 1-0 to Duran. Jaron squares again and takes a pitch off the leg. Did he pull the bat back? He did. He's hit by the pitch, and the Red Sox have the bases loaded with nobody out.
Yeah, the home plate umpire, Alex McKay, did ask for help from the third base umpire, Chris Siegel, to see if Duran did offer it that, and then it would have been a strike even though it hit him. And the third base umpire said no, he took the bat back. Now Clayton McCullough, the manager's going to the mound, and they are going to bring in the right-hander Fauché with the bases loaded and nobody out. And the Red Sox don't have a hit. 2 walks and a hit batsman. Just an awful outing by Simpson.
It was, and as we said at the time, I just don't understand that. If you've got your highest leverage reliever ready and the top of the order is coming up, the Red Sox will take it gift wrap, but that to me is just going by the numbers and the book instead of the strategy that most umpires
go with
would
your
use.
best guy.
Yeah.
You know, if the Red Sox were in the same situation, it wouldn't matter what the situation was. It'd be a Aroldis Chapman.
And it was.
And we've seen that time and time again.
They brought him in for 7, 8, and 9. Amazing drama here. Trevor Story has been a hero so many times this season for the Red Sox, and there are just so many ways to win the game here. I'm interested to see how the Marlins might defend this. I mean, this is the kind of spot where sometimes you see 5 infielders spread the outfield out.
That's a good point, but it definitely has to be infield in, outfield in, because if you don't turn, you got to, even if you turn a double play the old way, the run still scores, so you got to get the out at the plate, and any deep fly ball is going to win the game. So it'll be infield in, outfield in. We'll see if they put an extra infielder.
Well, they've run a glove out there. A bullpen catcher, now a coach, and the bat boy have brought multiple gloves to multiple people. Who's going to come on the dirt? Otherwise, why would they change gloves?
Can you wear more than one glove? Just put a glove on each hand.
Check the rule book. That was not okay. We'll see what they do here, the Marlins. And now it's not even Enriquez, it's Fauché, who's also had a very nice year. To see Trevor Story right on right. Winning run 90 feet away.
Fauché's one of those few Marlins who's played in the game at Fenway Park before, the former Tampa Bay Ray. Infield in, outfield in, 4 infielders, regular numbers.
Pitched to Story way outside a sweeper, and in this 9th inning, the Marlins can't throw strikes. The second baseman Edwards, shortstop Lopez, sort of pinched to the second base bag. 1-0 to Trevor. Pitch is grounded on the right side throw. Red Sox win it again. Walk-off hit for Trevor Story. There's magic in those green unis. They steal one tonight, 2-1, as Story is mobbed in right field.
He's trying to run away from his teammates. He's run well out into right center field now, but they're still chasing after him. 10th walk-off win of what is becoming a very special season for the Red Sox, and this was gift-wrapped in the bottom of the 9th inning by the Marlins pitchers, particularly Simpson, who couldn't throw strikes. Red Sox loaded the bases without a hit, 2 walks and a hit batsman, and then with the infield in, just a well-placed bouncing ball through the hole on the right side to bring in Roman Anthony, and the Red Sox win it 2-1 on a night when it felt like they were kind of in a perilous position most of the night. I mean, the only inning the Marlins didn't have a base runner was in the top of the 9th. They had at least one man on in every inning prior to that. As we said, they were hitting the ball hard all over the place, even when they're making outs. Red Sox didn't even have base runners until they had 3 base runners all night long prior to the 9th inning. And yet they win 2-1 despite being out hit 9-3.
There's fight in this team and some belief too.
And you can just feel the energy in the park. You know, there was as the Red Sox were getting ready to bat there in the bottom of the 9th, there was just a big buildup. You know, it's nice that here in August, as we said at the top of the broadcast tonight, they're playing meaningful games with a team that looks very much like a playoff team. They still have to keep winning to put themselves into the playoffs, but these are the kinds of games you need to win if you're going to be a postseason team on a night when, as we said, they were outplayed for a lot of the night. Credit to Lucas Giolito. He gave up some hard hit balls, but pitched out of almost every jam. The bullpen excellent again, and the Red Sox got just enough hitting.
2-1 the final. We'll be back, check into the Red Sox clubhouse, and start the Nissan postgame show right after this in the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew Baja Blast with a wave of tropical lime flavor, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of cold refreshment.
Give me a river, give me a dew. Give me something simple and true. Give me the sunshine, give me a dew.
Do the do. You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
A fifth walk-off in these jerseys, and Roman Anthony was a huge part of the comeback and the win, and he joins us in the Red Sox clubhouse. Roman, patience is one of your trademarks. Twice you walk and twice you come home, one to tie, the other to score the winning run. What were you thinking? You take off there when Bregman lines that ball down the right field line. That was just a great sequence for you.
Yeah, just trying to get something going. Obviously, that guy on the other side did a great job tonight, executed a lot of pitches, and had his good stuff tonight. So just trying to, kind of scratch and claw any way we could, and saw the big leg lift there, and just tried to get something going.
Well, you scored both runs, and both set up by terrific walks. You in the 6th inning with the very little getting done with the bats tonight for you and your teammates up to that point. As you said, Alcantara was terrific. 3-2 walk, and then the leadoff walk against Simpson. There's been a lot of talk, Roman, about you have such great plate discipline, such great eye at the plate, particularly for somebody so young. What do you attribute that to?
For me, it's really just, fighting any way I can to try and get a good pitch to hit, get on base. I've been grinding a little bit lately the last few days, feeling a little off, but just trying to do everything I can to, find a way on and get on base for these guys and for the guys behind me. So, again, those guys had great stuff tonight, and really just fighting that third at-bat there to do everything I can to keep putting the ball in play and get a good pitch to hit, and ended up drawing a big walk there, which was great.
Roman, there was a shot of you in the top of the 1st inning, gear on by the bat rack, 2 outs, you're ready to rip as the DH, as the home team. Was that a different thing? Was your mindset, or at least did it feel different going to the plate as the designated hitter, having not been out in the field in the 1st?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a different approach, and a different way of game planning when you're the DH. And for me, it's just being at that top step, being ready. Still trying to watch the game, still trying to learn, and for me, it's just all about being as ready as I possibly can be, and getting my work down in the cage and game planning against these guys, and seeing what they're throwing me, and seeing how my at-bats are going. The later I get into the games, but as the leadoff guy, just trying to be as ready as I can on that first pitch to get something going.
Roland, curious what this has been like for you. I mean, obviously very highly touted prospect, #1 in all of Major League Baseball. You get up here. It took just a little bit, but it seems like, you've totally found your stride now. You become a big fan favorite. You're a young guy living in a great city, playing for the Boston Red Sox. What has this whole experience been like for you?
It's unbelievable. We have such a great team. It's so fun to come to the field every single day. We got such a great staff, just a great community of people. The fans are amazing. I mean, you look at, tonight we're sold out again and sold out all weekend. So it's a special place to be right now. It's a special place to play and a special place to live, honestly, and I'm having a blast.
Thank you so much. I guess no more with the Roman Empire bat, eh?
Not for now, no.
Hey, whatever you changed, it was beautiful. Thanks for taking the time again, Roman.
Thank you, guys.
That's Roman Anthony, and in a minute we're going to send it to Christian Arcand for the Nissan postgame show, at least the duration of it. Sean, first of all, I've said this now like 15 times this year. These things to me go hand in hand, and it's the reason that he's immediately a fan favorite, why you already see so many Roman Anthony jerseys, why he is budding as a total superstar in this city. It's the approach at the plate, it's the production. You got to have that.
Well, what's the record since you got here?
Yeah, about the best in baseball, other than the Milwaukee Brewers.
I mean, yeah. We've talked about it. Clearly, he has everything you'd be looking for in a major league player, especially the mindset, to have that kind of eye and plate discipline at his age. At any age, really, in this day and age in particular, where guys are up there swinging to hit home runs. And good for the Red Sox to sign him to that 8-year extension, and good for him, for taking it. You can't get by on $130 million over 8 years. You're probably living a lifestyle that most of us are not very familiar with.
You might be more familiar with it than most.
No. But it's exciting in the present. It's going to be excited that we all get to watch that guy play in the future, because he plays the game the right way. It's hard to really see any weaknesses, and you would think at 21 he's just going to get better and better as he goes. So he's a huge part of this team, and he's a big reason why they've basically taken off since he arrived. It's not a coincidence.
No doubt about it. You talked about Alcantara, so did Roman. He was awesome. He had no-hit stuff kind of tonight. And actually the Red Sox...
He should go back to throwing fastballs and changeups.
Yes. Notice the curveball that Bregman ripped down the line to tie the game, and that went away from it. The fastball changeup combo was fabulous for him. But I'll close before we send it to Christian Arcand with Lucas Giolito, because, I mean, he got a little bit of good fortune tonight. There was loud contact, but he made pitches 4 times in 6 innings. They had a runner at second base with 1 out, and only 1 time did that runner score. So I think he gets credit for digging deep, and he's been a real important part of this.
Well, as you said, sort of in the middle innings, you kind of felt like the Red Sox were going to win this game because they easily could have been behind 4-0, 5-0. It was 1-0, and they found a way to win, as they so often have. On these Friday nights, as you said, especially in these green uniforms, you know, it's all the makings of a winning team, right? Everybody's contributing. You know, there aren't any passengers. It's a roster that Alex uses everybody, and they're all playing a part in it. And now you're right about Giolito. You know, it's he found a way to get through the 6 and the 3rd innings, and left having allowed just the 1 run. And I'm encouraged by him. You know, he had that 1 outing last time, as you said, where he walked 6, which was uncharacteristic of it. And what I liked about it, and you said it first, he owned it. You know, it didn't alibi. He just, hey, I wasn't very good, and that's going to happen for everybody. But it's a likable team, and they're getting more and more likable by the day. It's just nice to hear people talking about the Red Sox again around town, excited to come to the ballpark and watch the games and listen to the games, and they're a team that's worthy of it.
Don't you think these Friday night tickets at Fenway are going to be impossible down the stretch? I mean, this is the place to be in this city on a Friday night, and you see stuff all the time. There's just magic in the air. Duran came out with the cooler, dumped water on Story, who's like his father figure best friend on the team. Trevor threw his shin guards at him. They were both laughing, and then Duran came to the dugout and took a bow to the fans right there. I mean, there's just something, a connection between these players themselves and the city they play in.
And I think, mentioning Duran, the fan base is very happy that he was not traded at the deadline. There were some rumors that he might have been, had there been better offers in return. But he's a guy who can do an awful lot to help you win games, and he's matured during his time here. You know, I think you're around him a lot more than I am, but from all accounts, you know, he's a guy who has matured, and he's an important part of this team. They're all important. You know, they're winning as a team, which makes it even that much more fun to watch.
Fun to watch. That was fun.
And fun to call.
Yeah, it was great. Not much going on, and then in the end,
doesn't take much.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a exciting night at the ballpark, and hopefully another one tomorrow afternoon.
Bayo and Quantrill, it is a 4:10 first pitch, which means the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show can be heard at 3:10. Doug Lane was in the booth with us here at Fenway. And Joe Braverman, Marcia's boy.
I met Mrs. Braverman the other night, last Saturday night.
Martha,
we're going to yacht. Martha?
Martha.
I thought she said Marcia.
No, it's Boston.
Martha?
You never know Martha.
Oh. Well, then now I feel bad. I think I called her Marcia. But, you know, you wear a headset for 40 years, your hearing's not going to be that great. But what a nice person, and very proud of son Joe, as we are, because he does a great job back there. We ran into each other last Saturday night. We were on our way to see the Yacht Rock Review at the Leader Bank Pavilion right down there on the waterfront, another part of what makes this city great. And she is a delightful woman. Whether she's Martha or Marcia, she's outstanding.
Well, she made Joe. We love her for that alone. For Sean McDonough, Will Fleming saying, so long.
And Jack Braverman.
Yeah, exactly. Sending it back to Christian Arcand in just a moment for the Nissan postgame show. Red Sox walk it off in 9, 2-1 the final on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
You've got burgers on the grill, ribs dripping in sauce, corn with a little char. Yeah, it's go time. Now crack open an ice-cold Pepsi. That first sip, boom! Flavor level unlocked. Every bite hits harder, every spice sings louder, every smoky note bolder. So fire up the grill and grab a Pepsi, because food doesn't just need a beverage. Food deserves Pepsi.
A sweltering night is the perfect time to throw on your helmet or boots, grab an ice-cold Mountain Dew with a refreshing citrus kick, and head to the hills for some hiking, mountain biking, and panoramic views you'll be liking. Because raising your heart rate and your elevation deserves the elevated deliciousness of bold refreshment. Do the do.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number. At South Coast Health Cancer Care, you're more than a diagnosis. We offer the most advanced treatments and the latest surgical advancements, led by a connected team of experts who not only see your cancer, but all of you. Because healing isn't just medicine, it's compassion, it's connection, it's care that knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
End September 2nd, 2025.
Celebrate over 100 years of steak perfection during the Omaha Steaks Anniversary Sale. Save 50% site-wide on USDA certified tender steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED at omahasteaks.com today. Don't wait. Shop the anniversary sale at omahasteaks.com to save 50% on legendary steaks and more. Plus, get an extra $35 off with code CERTIFIED. Minimum purchase may apply. See site for details.
Here for good.